So hello and happy Friday, everybody.
TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I don't
The
know
way
why I
you
say
say
that.
it,
I don't
like,
work. I don't
the way
work.
you,
So every day
but
is
the way
Friday.
you say it, it's like TGIF. It's gotta
It's
be
like,
happy.
it means something. It doesn't mean anything.
No,
It
but for
used
the
to when
workers,
I
it's
worked.
great. So, hi all.
Hi, nobody that's talking in my chat. Oh shit!
You
Oh shit!
could. Yeah.
Shit!
What happened?
Oh, I had my volume on my YouTube. I hate when I do that.
All right.
Brr. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta turn mine down too because what? Skip ahead.
Is anybody in here yet? No.
It says no. Top messages too. I don't see no messages. Do you?
No, none. Okay, guys,
Come
lurkers.
join us. Come
Whoever.
join us. Dun, 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 dun. Come join us. Hey, listen, today's Friday. So we're going to play
a game.
a really cool game. Carla recommended it. I picked it. And it's called Would You Rather? So we've got 92 of the dirtiest, kinkiest Would You Rather questions. I don't know.
Yeah,
The first one didn't
how we
sound that kinky.
roll. That's how we roll. If it's not
I'm going to
dirty,
just say
we don't
this.
play it.
Right. We got to do that. The first question, this is how it went. It says, would you rather have sex with your lover once a week or 22 times a month?
I'm saying once a week. Once a week. 22 times a month? That's too much.
Yeah, it is. How did I get on BuzzFeed?
You'd be walking bull-legged. Ouch,
No.
ouch, ouch. Owie, owie, owie.
Would you rather watch a couple kiss for 5 minutes straight or watch a graphic sex scene with your parents? Ew, gross. Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get off the door? No. That's sickening. I wouldn't want to watch a couple kiss for 5 minutes straight either, because that'd be like, all right, get up some for. Hey, Missy, I don't think so.
I used to have a niece that was an actress, and she didn't like her mother or her grandmother to see certain movies she was in because they were so graphic. She used to be on Lifetime, and some of the movies she was in, she didn't like she played a lesbian in one. She didn't want her grandmother to see those.
Gross. Okay. Let's see. We're going to play along till someone wants to come in here. All right. Would you rather never have an orgasm or never find true love? That ain't fucking fair. Neither.
I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a tough one. That's not so dirty.
No, but that's not right. Can't never have an orgasm or never find true love. Pass.
It's not fair because no matter what, you lose.
Right. Exactly. So that was a dumb question. I'm glad we're going through these. Would you rather have sex with a goat and no one finds out? I can't. Don't make me laugh. It hurts when I laugh. Or not have sex with a goat, but everyone thinks you did.
That's a bad joke.
Oh, Carla.
That's gross. That's gross.
It is gross. Pass. So far, the questions are dumb. Would you rather wear the same thong for a month or wear a stranger's dirty boxers for 2 weeks? Ew!
God.
Oh,
These questions are
they're kinky and dirty. Ah. I'd rather not wear underwear.
oh.
Would you rather? What?
When
That's
I was
gross.
in the hospital, I could only change my underwear like certain times. Remember I told you that story
Yeah.
about I ran out of underwear when I was in the hospital. My husband sent my husband out to buy me underwear, and he came back with 2 extra large. My God, I'm soaking wet. Oh my God.
You
I'm
can
like,
put 2
how
people in there.
big I am.
Oh, you never
Uh,
send a man to do a woman's job because
never.
it won't come back. It just won't. You're not going to be happy. Would you rather only be able to kiss one person for the rest of your life or kiss as many people as you want, but only once?
I think as many people as you want, but only once.
But then, wait a minute, one person for the rest of your life. You're already doing that. So you're going to say, fuck that. I want to kiss as many people as I want? You
Well,
kill me. You're married. And she was like, well,
kind
it's
of
one.
leaves you limited.
Okay. I know that when it gets old, after a while, it's like just pecks, but it's okay. All right. Would you rather give up oral sex or sweet, delicious cheese? This is your question.
Sweet, delicious what?
Cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Ask Starlight that question. Oh, sorry. Bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke.
Carla. Would you rather give up oral sex, Carla, or sweet, delicious cheese?
I don't know. These are hard questions. Is there any other would you rather?
She's not going to answer. Come on.
No, I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Moving on.
I'd give up the cheese. If you must know, I would give up the cheese.
Yeah, of course. Cheese is not good for you anyway. Would you rather get a text from a one night stand that says, I'm pregnant, or I have an incurable STD?
Oh.
That's what you get. That's what I would say.
It's kind of hard for us because we're females. So, yeah.
Yeah. But an STD, guys can get too, sweetheart.
Yeah. I don't want an STD either.
It's incurable.
That's incurable?
Yeah. Neither for me. Would you rather marry the most boring person you know or the most intense and demanding person you know? God, these questions are dumb.
Hey, Bailey.
Chloe, I would give up the D for cheese. Bailey, 15 months, congratulations. Glowy, why don't you come up, glowworm? Because I want to see how you are. Congratulations, Bailey. So Chloe said she would give up the D for cheese.
Thank you, Chloe.
Don't make me
Bailey.
Don't make me laugh, please.
You would give up the D for the cheese.
Yes, you would. Put the link down for glowworm.
Oh, the link?
Yes. I want to see how she's doing because I know she was sick.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Hang on.
I'm getting those little needling pains. Right in the non-nipple area.
All right. Oh, God, I hate when I do that.
I like cheese. I like white cheese. I hate yellow cheese. Unless it's sharp. Cheddar. But I don't like yellow cheese at all.
far. 16 months, Bailey.
I know, right? Congrats, Bailey
Wow.
Bales.
Yes, I love her.
I know, Bailey. I thanked her. She's so awesome. And she was like, what? I didn't do nothing. I'm like, yes, you did.
Hey,
Because you
Sarah,
are always sending me
we
beautiful
didn't know if
notes.
anybody would show up. We haven't
What?
been live for so long. It's been a minute. And can you guys do me a favor and just send out prayers? We have a friend that's going through some stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you would send out prayers, I would really appreciate it. I'm not going to say who or what it is because I really don't know what it is, but
I don't think they want us to say
I'm
anything.
not going to say who it is, but yeah.
How are you, Susie? I'm feeling well, thank you. I'm finally, after 3
Oh
weeks,
my
you guys,
God. Yeah,
finally.
she's doing so good. It's not even funny. She's
Yeah,
doing amazing.
just got to keep applying, burn cream and stuff like that. But like no one wants to know that anyway. But everything's going gravy. Just still waiting for the final pathology report, and then we can move on. So anyway, did you put it down for? Oh yeah, you did. So we're like going over these dirty, supposedly are supposed to be dirty questions, but games, but it doesn't sound like it. Like, okay, would you rather marry the most boring person you know or the most intense and demanding person you know? Well, first of all, I don't do good with boring, so that's out of the question.
Oh, there's Chloe.
Chloe, oh, here she is. Hold on. Are you adding her? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hi, Glowworm.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you? You sound good.
Yeah, I'm just congested. I got a horrible cough, but I'm at the
You
vet
must
today.
have what my husband has. He's not been
Stop.
feeling
Oh,
well.
you can. Oh, wow.
It's bad. It's only like just congestion.
Wow.
Yeah, no infection. It's just like a virus, they said. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I strong like a bull.
Did you make
Strong
sure
like
it
bull.
wasn't COVID?
What's
Did
that?
you make sure it wasn't COVID?
Oh yeah, no, I tested
That's the
myself
first
like
thing
4
comes
times.
to my mind. Actually, my husband, when he was feeling sick and he found out that he has Lyme disease, that's the first thing he did. Well, that's what they told him to do, is check to see if he had COVID.
God.
You
It's
know the
always
funny thing?
COVID.
Lyme disease.
You had just said that. My girlfriend's husband got really sick and they were treating him for Lyme. I mean, they treated him 3 times with IV antibiotics.
Wow.
Then
Yeah.
finding out about a month ago, he never had Lyme. He's got Lou Gehrig's.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this guy, he's got to be at least 50, maybe? I don't know. He's around that age. But now he has a trach and he's in a wheelchair, all within a year. Can you imagine?
Wow, that was fast.
Well, they've been
That
treating him for Lyme for so long that he went undiagnosed for.
05 damn movement. Good morning. 050 damn movement. Good morning.
Hey,
That's a
So
sweetie.
good name.
it's
I'm
kind
just
of
going to call you
interesting.
Movement.
Yeah, movement. Or
Movement, because I'm lazy like that.
so these questions are really stupid, but
Yes.
I'm not even going to ask that one. Would you rather only have very loud sex or totally silent sex? Well, who wants silent sex?
I'm like,
That's so
I'd rather
stupid.
have loud sex.
What are you
Talk
going to like?
dirty to me, baby. Talk dirty. Oh my God.
Why would you have? No one has silent sex unless your parents are in the next room, and I wouldn't even have sex if that's the case. No.
I know.
That's a stupid question. Would you rather have a stranger watch you have sex just once, or have a stranger watch you eat a full holiday meal by yourself?
Oh my goodness.
Carla, these are
I have to go for
stupid.
eat a full holiday meal. That would be my choice.
Yeah.
Who
Would you
wants to
rather have,
have a stranger watch you have sex?
no. Would you
Only
rather have
neighbors. Only
to
neighbors.
pull out a big clump of long hairs that have gathered in your butt cheeks or pull out a long ingrown hair? Yeah, well,
You
a
have
long ingrown hair.
20,000
It's like,
subscribers movement. That's
wow.
cool. You want to give me some of yours?
Salute.
I keep going in the wrong direction. I keep going
Salute.
backwards.
The holiday meal, Susie said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Here you go. This is for Carla.
Oh
Carla,
no.
would
What?
you rather give 5 blowjobs per day or have anal sex
No.
once every couple of months?
Oh, that's a toughie.
I know. Carla,
No. No.
5 blowjobs a day. I know she's
Once
going to
every
say.
couple of months because I'm a
There
spitter.
you go.
I'm a spitter.
Because it's just you said it.
I'm a spitter.
Spitters are quitters. Just saying.
Spitters are quitters. Yeah.
Would you rather we have to wear, oh, this is bullshit, the same pad all day on a heavy
Oh, come
period
on.
or wear no pad tampon on a light flow? I'm not even going there.
Is
That's
there
gross.
another one site
Yeah,
with different questions?
let's do that. Because
Like,
this is like,
these are like gross. Hi, Only Farms.
hi, Only Farms. We're going to do fun and flirty, would you rather? See what happens on that one.
There you
Because
go.
I don't, that's gross. It's not even.
Those weren't even funny. They were
Would
just
you,
gross.
66 fun and flirties, would you rather questions for relationships? Okay, here we go. Number 1.
It's
Would you,
better to give than to receive.
right, that's very true. Well, I don't know. Sometimes you'd rather get the receiving end. Would
Those
you
were
rather,
written by a dude. You're right, Only Farms.
yeah.
They
Would you
had to
rather,
have been.
all right, anytime now. Stop 3 times. Would you rather be the only one drunk at a party or the only one sober?
I would say sober.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Because I
Yeah,
drink, but
because
I
you
don't.
do crazy things when you're drunk. You say,
Shauna, good morning.
hi, honey. I'm so glad to see
Join us for these
you.
questions, Shauna. She heard the fun and
I'd
flirting.
rather
She's
be the
in.
sober one
Ow.
because God knows what you do when you're drunk.
Exactly. All right. Would you rather eat nothing but salad or nothing but dessert for a month? Desserts! Yeah,
Because I'm not a sweet. I don't like sweets that much. So
I do. Yeah, it gets to me after a while because I'm a salty person. So, but I love salads. I love, especially Asian salads. They're the best. I love them. Shauna, my hoe, fashionably late.
fashionably late.
I love Shauna. All right.
Shauna, I've been following you on TikTok. You guys go
Who?
watch Shauna's TikToks. She's cool.
Is it under Shauna?
Yeah, just Shauna. Just type in Shauna under TikTok.
All right.
And she'll come up.
I'm gonna. Would you rather be covered in hair or have no hair at all?
Covered in hair, I think.
No.
I think I'd rather be bald.
Me too.
You can always shave.
But that's no hair at all. Listen to the question. Would you rather be covered in hair, not just on your head, everywhere?
Yeah, I'd rather be bald.
There you go.
That might get itchy.
That's why there's lotion. All right, moving on. would you rather have no baths for a month or no internet for a month? Well,
Shauna got a sixth sense that
which,
y'all were talking about wicked things, and I had to check out your channel. We
oh my
were,
God.
but it was so too gross for us.
It
Even.
was just gross. That was that not even sexy and flirty. They were like dirty, sexy. That was just filthy, and it wasn't fun.
We had to stop.
Oh, I'd rather have no internet for a month. I don't care. I have
What
to,
was the other one? No
or
internet
no,
or what?
or no baths. You can't bath or bathe or shower or anything for a whole month.
Oh, no internet.
Mhm. Trust me, when I had all this stuff on after my surgery, and they said no baths for 2 weeks, just, sponge baths, I was like, oh, hell no. Drove me crazy.
When I was in the hospital for a month, I couldn't wash my hair. I couldn't do, because I had staples in my
Ugh,
stem to stern.
ouch.
And when you can't bathe for a while, you just don't,
I
especially
hate
if
it.
you can't wash your hair. If you can't
Yeah.
wash your hair, you
That's
just
what I
feel
told Carla. It
dirty.
was so hard because I couldn't wash my hair. So I would, when I was able to start moving my arms, I was like in the sink washing my hair and having my husband help me because I'm like, make sure my rinsing it good. And he goes, could you lean forward? I was like, no, it hurts. So this is fun. So he had to get the cup. Remember when you were kids and your mom got the cup because you didn't want to dip
Yes,
soap in your
yes.
eyes. I was laughing. But I felt so much better. Even just washing your hair, you feel better. Whoever wrote these needs to
Because you
be
can always
put
sponge
down the
bath.
pipe, right? Yeah.
But if your hair's not clean, you just don't feel clean.
I hate when my hair is not clean. I hate it. Hate when I'm not clean.
Of course, Bailey knows by church, I mean my street corner where I do many things on my knees praying. Isn't one of them.
Oh, Jesus.
I've been known to tell an oh my God from time to time.
They didn't use wash
It cracks me up.
caps for your hair? No. They have wash caps for your hair?
Yeah, but they don't, it doesn't feel like your hair is washed anyways. It
Oh,
just feels crap.
it's
Feels
private
like
chat.
you just put powder in your hair. I
No,
hate those.
Glowy.
They
Not
make
at all.
scalp itchy.
Did you hear me, Glow?
No. Oh, no, you haven't?
Uh-uh.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, yes, I care. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hear that a lot, but not in church. All right. Would you rather have the hiccups for the rest of your life or always feel as though you're about to sneeze for the rest of your life?
Hiccups. 100.
Hiccups. Absolutely hiccups. There's a girl in Florida that had
Really?
hiccups for months. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bailey, oh my God, all the dirties. I don't wash my hair every day, but I shower sometimes twice a day. I usually wash my hair separately from showers because it sucks at the process. It does.
When you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. So
I don't
according,
wash my hair every day.
yeah, I don't either.
No. All right. Ouch. Ow. Stop it. Stop it now. Okay. Would you rather be a bird or a cat? A bird, so I can fly away.
Cat, people pet
I would,
cats.
yeah, I would go with bird just
Me
because
too.
I wouldn't want to be a cat and then have to like get a mouse and have to,
Eat
yeah.
or
Yeah, but if you were a bird,
fur balls and
Yeah.
watch. No, no,
Birds eat
no.
seed. Birds
Yep.
eat seed. That's it.
And they sing pretty and they can fly everywhere. I
Uh-huh.
would love that to be able to fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, so you had the shower cap with shampoo in them that you just add water.
Oh
Not a
God.
bad, not a bad Joe. I don't
I
know.
did it. All it did was make my scalp itchy.
Oh, did it?
Did not like it at all. Did not feel like my hair was washed afterwards.
Would you rather only be a whisper? Wait, would you rather only be able to whisper or be able to shout?
Whisper.
Yeah, I wouldn't like the shouting.
Me too. Uh,
My
whatever.
mama washed her hair every day, but she got very oily hair when she didn't. I assume that didn't pass on to me because I have to add moisture to my hair. I think it's the curly DNA.
Yeah.
It could
Cleanliness
be,
is next to
Shauna.
godliness. It is, baby. That's what my mom used to always tell us. Because you never know where you're going to be. You're going to bump into somebody, and ain't that the truth? How many times did I go out looking fabulous, don't see anybody, but the one time when I look like shit, you frickin', it's like a fucking paparazzi. The
Hi,
fuck?
blank slate.
Hey,
How are
blank
you
slate.
doing? Long time no see. I'm seriously, I haven't been live for a while. It's been a minute because I was waiting for Nunya to feel good about going live. So
Oh.
did not want to, you know,
Yeah, I
go
had
out
my
to the
days that
camera.
I just didn't want to talk to anybody because it was not a good time for me.
Yeah.
A couple of days.
I think you guys can understand. She was going through a lot and but she's doing well, really well, even mentally. And
Yeah,
because there's a lot of mental stuff to that too, like mentally,
yeah, it
physically.
does. It drains you, and you try not to think about it, but still stuff goes through your head all the time. Even now, I want that report to be okay, which my surgeon says one thing and pathology says something, but then you got the oncologist like, well, wait a minute. They put the brakes on, which freaking pisses me off. You get all happy, and the oncologist is like, well, they have to test that cancer and got to make sure that it's not the type that goes to the body because, they're saying, because, for preventative, then you have to have chemo. And I'm looking at her, I'm going, not going to happen. And I'm being serious, not going to happen. I'm not going to take chemo as a preventative when you don't even know, even show me first where the cancer is on my body and I'll think about it. I'll say so. But it's
But
not.
there's also a pill you can take, right? Correct?
Well, yeah, like she said, because my cancer was not active. It
It
wasn't
wasn't aggressive.
no, it
Aggressive.
wasn't
They told you
aggressive.
that.
Yeah. And she said, so she probably would. But at the same time, though, if you have osteoporosis, so I have to go see an endocrinologist on the 24th of October. That's as soon as I can get in there. And then they'll give their advice and blah, blah, blah. So, and I looked at her and go, not going to happen, just so you know.
Oh, she had.
I had a double
Shauna asked, what
mastectomy.
did she miss? She said oncology. Nanya, what did she miss? You want to
I
tell
had a double mastectomy because I had cancer in my left breast. And she said they would have to remove it. Oh, those two masses that they found, they were cancer too. So, but
So
they got
how
it
many
out.
masses were there
Three.
altogether? Three.
Three. But those two were smaller. One was 2 millimeters smaller, and the other one was like 5 millimeters smaller.
Were they all in the same breast?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's okay, baby. I kind of
I'm
announced,
so
I was
glad
like,
you went to the doctor when you did because they found it
you
early.
know, exactly. Because I'm like, yeah, I haven't, they were like, you're due for a physical. And I'm like, all right. So we started doing the physical. Everything started getting fine. And then, yeah, they said they did, Shauna. My surgeon told me that. She's like, she even called me again the other day because what freaked me out. How would you like to hear this? Everything looks great. I took it all out. Everything's done. They tested it. That's negative. That was negative. That was negative. However, when I had the biopsy done first, there was they did two clips they put in because there was two masses right next to each other. So they would have tested those. They found the one, but they said they can't find the other one. And I go, what do you mean? It's like 2 centimeters away. What? Tell them to dig deeper. I'm sorry. You're not going in there and checking.
Hang
Hell
on,
no.
guys.
I'm not going to go through that again. Well, she called me to tell me that they did find it. And everything was cool. She goes, but we have to wait on the final. And what they do is they take the cancer that you have and they test it to see if that is like the cell that can go through your body. And, a lot of people, when I was talking to, like that one lady that I met in the office, and she said that she has to have chemo. And she wasn't happy, but, I'm like, that's what I told my oncologist. I said, I'm not going to do this just because, it might or might not be. Well, here's preventative. No, screw that. I'm not doing it. You show me where there's a cancer in my body, then we'll talk. But there isn't. So, not going to put that through my, it's like it cures one thing that's not even there. What if it comes anyway, even after you kill all the other organs in my body because of that poison that you're fucking injecting me with? No. I'm going to be a bitch. So it has been. I went through it, Shauna, the August 31st was the, when I had this. And I had Carla and I think it was Michelle with me. And I'm like, all right, you guys, today's going to be the reveal. And Tawanda was there too, right? Carla. Oh,
Hang on. What? Sorry, I
said,
missed that. My husband, he calls it the most inopportune times.
That's what husbands do. Mine does it all the time too.
Oh, God. So what were you saying?
I do. Please have a list of questions, pros and cons to each of the suggestion treatment, and ask. Yes, Sissy, that's what I'm doing. Hi, Freestyle. But that's exactly what I'm doing. Because she's like, and especially if you have osteoporosis, that's not good either. Yes, it is my journey. And that's exactly what I'm telling them. And when I talked to the nurse, she said, it's your body. No one can force you to do what you don't want to do. It's like a preventative. And I'm going, oh, okay. And so then my other organs are going to be damaged because it's preventative. No. But we'll see. Because so far, the oncologist says, but I don't think so. So we will probably just give you the pills to slow down the progesterone or something in my body.
Progesterone, yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the lesions?
They said it's nothing to worry about right now.
Right now, but that wouldn't
They're
be
tackling one thing at a time, is what they
Yeah,
say.
she said that my doctor wants to do another MRI in 3 months. And then, also there's a hiatal hernia that I have to, but the surgeon's like, one step at a time. Let's get through this. That's not like vital, So that's what I'm going to do, one step at a time.
Shauna says, I know how that diagnosis is scary as F.
Mm-hmm.
And then doctors want to act like they're heroes for the shittiest options.
Right.
And they talk in circles.
Yes. There should be a degree to learn how to talk to a Yes, because you know what? Thanks, Shauna, and I will. Because you know what? This is what happened. Is she was all like from the get-go. When she first saw me back on July 25th, and she was telling me, and she goes, here's the thing. It's not aggressive. It's moving very slow. And how do I know? Come here. And she showed me. The numbers are very low. So you have nothing to worry about. Now, after they're done, I would suggest the pills. But now we're hearing, but you have if you have osteoporosis and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't care. if I don't have it, if it's not, you know, my surgeon doesn't know what the oncologist would know, or even the endocrinologist. Okay, the endocrinology is they take care of cancer, osteoporosis, diabetes. It's like a list of things that they do, and you know, I'm taking my vitamin D with mineral every day, twice a day, once a day. I mean, 2 pills a day.
She's actually been really good for doing what the doctors have asked her to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm on probiotics. I take my probiotics. I take
We
my
picked
vitamin
on her. She didn't. we'd be on her ass like white
Right.
on rye. Yeah.
No,
Oh, she's been
no.
really,
And,
really good.
and that's the thing. That's what I said. It's not life threatening. Is it life threatening? I mean, you know, like the one girl, the one girl I talked to, her right breast had many, cancers in it. So she did the same thing. She took off, she had a double as well. But she said hers was a 1A, which was very aggressive. And it was the kind that it does spread through the body. So she has to do her treatment. And I'm like, God bless you.
Okay, and Blank Slate says, okay, I had a preventive chemo injected into my spine. Turns out I have genetic connective tissue disorder, and that has aged my joints and spine severe. So do you. Trust yourself.
Right. Do you trust you?
She broke her back.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get much.
And because I broke my back was because I have very weak bones, but that's hereditary. My mom has weak bones too. And they're like, well, how did you break your back? Oh, lifting furniture, which was weird because never had an issue with my back, never. But our family histories, everybody has back problems, you know. So I guess as I got older, the bones got weaker, but that was, you know, a lot of factors. I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I wasn't eating healthy, stress, a lot of stuff could be, you know, for that too. So, yeah, I have 3 compression fractures and I mean, I just had a bone density test done in the spring and she goes, yeah, you have osteoporosis. It was like, no big deal. So here, you know, just take vitamin D. I'm going to prescribe you vitamin D. It's 1 pill a week, blah, blah. Been there. Okay.
You read Shauna's, don't ever be afraid to ask for a second opinion. Sometimes oncology departments make it seem like they've got many doctors looking at your body. I don't know if that's true or not, but I imagine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
She had like the best doctors ever. They had such good bedside manner.
Yeah, she loved my doctors. She heard my surgeon, and I think, yeah, you sat there and you kept saying him and his assistant. His assistant was adorable,
Yeah.
and she's like,
really,
he's
really
so nice. He's so nice, and
she
he,
kept
you know,
calling her sweetheart. It's okay, sweetheart. This is like, you know, she made her feel at ease.
mm-hmm.
They usually have a team that looks things over, Shauna, but there's often
One doctor and the main one. Yes, yes, and usually that's why they say they got the oncologist, and the oncologist is probably sending me to the endocrinology because she wants a second opinion. It seems like they just want to take a look at, you know, the osteoporosis, and I go, well, like I said, I just had it done in May. Nothing has progressed. It's the same as it been since 2013 when I found out when I broke my back that I had osteoporosis back then. And she was like, you're way too young to have this. And I go, well, yeah, I have weak bones. I've always had small, brittle bones. They told me that. Gemma! Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. But cross that bridge when we come to it. That's what I'm going to say. So right now, I'm going to read another question. All right. Would
Yeah,
you rather?
when I had my surgery, there was a team of doctors that came in every day. I don't know if they were learning how to be doctors or I
Yeah,
don't.
probably.
They're probably
Because they do,
residents.
yeah, they're residents and they do that. I
Yeah,
remember
I think that's what they were.
I remember when I had my daughter, or my son rather, and the doctor comes in and she goes, "I hope you don't mind. These are the residents, and there's like 7 of them, all young, looking at my snatch, going, oh, look at the baby. Yeah, thanks. Take a picture. This is what your future is going to be with your wife." I don't know what to tell you. But I'm looking at the doctor and I'm like, out of all things, you want this? Okay, here it is. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Shauna.
Oh, Shauna, you're sweet.
I love you are. Thank you, honey. I'll get in touch with you. I always say that and I don't, and I keep using your
She
email.
actually hasn't been around that much in the last.
No, they thought something
surgery.
happened to me because I was gone for like a week, not talking to anybody, I wasn't on YouTube. I was just, you know what, dealing with what I had to deal with because when I'm in pain, I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm in pain. And like I was telling the girls, what am I going to do? Call you guys, go to talk. How do you feel? I'm in pain. I don't want to keep saying that because it's like, stop, So I'd rather just chill, relax, watch good movies, think good thoughts, talk to my mom, and my mom, same thing. How do you feel? I think I feel, Ma, it's just been 2 weeks. Okay. All right. So I didn't
Tanya
want to.
has a good support system. She has a lot of women that have
Mhm.
really been amazing for her.
Okay, good. I'm going to get it from Carla, Shauna. Thank you. Oh, good. Okay. Really?
Okay,
Good to
honey.
know.
I will give it to her.
Thank you.
I will give it
Yeah,
to her.
that's how I am when I just don't want to be bothered when I'm in pain because I'm also cranky when I'm in pain, you know?
But
So,
you haven't been really, not that much.
no, no.
I mean, you were in a lot of pain when you first came home from the hospital.
Oh, God, yeah.
When you were in, it had to have been a relief when you got that tape off.
Oh my goodness, you
God.
guys, that tape was horrible and there's nothing you can do. You can't, the first time my husband gives me a back scratcher because I kept saying my back itches. Oh my God. And I went around to the side and I think,
Shaz,
hi
hi.
Shaz.
How
And
are
I
you,
think
sweetie?
I accidentally hit a blister that was under the plastic and I didn't realize that because I went to go touch it and I'm like, what is this? It's all wet. What's going on? And I had him look and he goes, oh, you had a blister. Oh, wow. And it's under that plastic. He goes, just leave it. Don't touch it. Well, it turns out you can't do that because with the Medivac, it's like a vacuum pump and it seals the air. Nothing can get inside. They don't want anything. So when that happened, my medevac, which I called her Marge because you had to bring her everywhere. You know how many times I would get up to go somewhere and whoop, Marge fell. I'm like, Marge, get up. So anyway, we called the number on there and she had us do all the stuff. And then she goes, you have an air leak. So went to the emergency room. That was on Labor Day weekend, which was horrible. And I sat there for 2 hours. All these people were coming in, was nuts. And there was like 5 people or 6 people ahead of me. So I went back to registration. I go, look, I'm not going to wait. It's ridiculous. I got 5 people ahead of me. It's like 1:30 in the morning. No, it was 1 in the morning because we got there at 11. And she goes, yeah, we're waiting for the doc because the emergency room is jam packed. And we could tell because we kept seeing the, you know, ambulance pulling so many times. So, and now the waiting room was just as packed. So she goes, all right. I mean, and she asked an early, she goes, what time does Dr. Scott come in? And he looks at his watch. He goes, 2:00. I go, there is no way. Not only that, there's, like I said, 5, 6 people ahead of me. So I'll be here. I'll be here till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's not going to happen. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
She didn't even, I'm so proud of her. She didn't even take a lot of pain meds.
No.
I mean, she has to.
At night I did
The
a couple
bravest
times.
person I know. I'd be sucking those back.
Well, they gave me Norcos, which they used to give me when I first broke my back too. And I told my doctor, I'm not taking this shit. I said, first of all, I don't like to take meds because everything you take, unless you do a liver cleanse for the rest of your life, that liver, no, it just houses everything. And I can attest to this because my daughter did a liver cleanse and everything came out, and she did it too soon, too fast. You're supposed to do a liver cleanse slowly, and she didn't. And they say if you drink, you do drugs, take pills, all that comes out, and you feel like you're hallucinating, or you feel drunk, whatever is the case. So, and they said that anything that you have done throughout your life, your liver, it's still in your liver unless you do a liver cleanse. I just don't like taking meds to begin with. So that's just me. But they gave me 30 pills and I think I took 5. And that was at night just to go to sleep, because that was the most uncomfortable when you try to go to sleep and you're in that pain. And I'm not a back sleeper. I like to sleep on the side. So when you're not a back sleeper and you're sitting there staring at the ceiling going, oh my God, I want to scream. It's hard. So yeah, what worked was they said ibuprofen, switch it with extra strength Tylenol. And my sister sent me some. One pill was 650 milligrams. I'm like, yes, I'm going to take one. And it just switching between the ibuprofen and the extra strength Tylenol. And I would take like 3 ibuprofens, and it worked. That helped a lot. And even though I'm still getting some kind of pain, I don't take them. I haven't even taken Tylenol yet. So I said some pain, I can deal with that. But when you get those little stabby, needly things in the region that you don't have anymore, you're just like, ah! It's kind of like getting shot. There are like 3 viable reasons to legitimately like
Believe
pain.
it or not, I still have pain meds left over from when I was in,
Pop those pills freely. They gave me gabapentin. I don't like gabapentin. Can't stand it. I think I took 1. And muscle relaxers. So I did take the muscle relaxers. That did work. And then antibiotics.
I have Dilaudid too at first.
In the hospital, they put me on Dilaudid. Yeah, that went right into my IV. That was like, and then right after that, I'm like, nausea shot. And they would push it right through, and I go, oh, okay, I feel good now. Then when the day I was leaving.
For that long. I mean, you were only there overnight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you didn't take it that long.
No. Mm-mm. Well, I mean, from the time you get out of surgery, and all day long they're giving it to you. Every 4 hours,
you're not in there for days and weeks. You know what I mean?
No. I made the decision like when I was sitting there waiting when I was in the ER and the surgeon came in, she goes, I give people the option of what they want to do. Some people go home, some people stay. And my husband's like, she could go home. And I go, are you having a double mastectomy? And I looked at her, I said, I'm staying for the night. And she goes, I think it's a wise choice. And really, after a while, he goes, yeah, there's no way she could have made it through the night. He goes, I'm glad she stayed. Mm-hmm. Especially the best part is when you're waking up and you got I kept going, oh my God, it's so bright. And I kept saying, my future's too bright. My future's too bright. And the nurses were laughing. And I go, what's so funny? What happened? And they said, you're done. We're wheeling you to your room. I go, wait a minute. Did I have it already? She was like, yeah. I don't remember a damn thing.
Shauna says, what? There's like 3 viable reasons to legitimately take pain meds, and you had at least 2. Pop those pills freely.
I
But
know.
she didn't. She took like Tylenol, and she was in a lot of pain, but
Yeah.
she didn't really take a lot of pain meds or narcotics.
Mm. And I told him that he said, we give you enough for 5 days. I think they gave me a little more 5 days, to be honest. Well, not really, because like the antibiotic, they wanted me to take 3 times or 4 times a day. I was like, what? And then the pain meds were like every 4 to 6 hours. Same thing with the Flexerils, but you couldn't take, if it was going to take the Norcos, I couldn't take a muscle relaxer, So it was one or the other you had to take.
Dearest husband, would you go home after a double? I don't even know what that is.
Well, I'm gathering she's saying if he got his balls chopped off, would he go? Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
It's easy for him to say.
That's why I looked over at him and I'm like, are you having your boobs chopped off or am I? Because don't speak for me.
When she was in surgery, he did sound, because he texted me, and I talked to him because I called him.
Oh, good.
And he did sound worried. He
was, yeah. When he came, when I was wheeled in there, and I was like, I wasn't out of it. I was awake, but it's like the lights were so bright, so I could just keep my eyes closed. And I was tired. And it's, you still have the anesthesia in you. And I hate that shit because I was feeling very nauseous. And she goes, well, I just gave you a Dilaudid. That's probably why. And I go, did you follow it with the nausea shot? And she's like, no. I go, do it now. I said, unless you want to keep
Tawanda!
Tawanda! My Fonda Tawanda! Give her a link and get your ass up here. Tawanda's mommy had the same thing I had. She went in Tawanda, about a week after me, I think. And she's feeling great already, she said.
Hey, Tawanda.
I love my Tawanda.
You're at work. Okay, sweetie.
Oh, she's at work? Okay. Oh, that's right. I forget. She does call us yeah. My fun Wanda.
Tawanda.
Why? What's wrong with your What's wrong with your avatar? OnlyFans? To clarify some misconceptions. What are they? Someone giving you a hard time?
So quiet, Glowy.
Glowy's always like that.
She's so
She's
quiet.
on
No,
mute.
I'm listening. If I have to interject, I will.
If she wants to talk, she will.
No, I'm just listening to you ladies. The guy next door keeps with his weed whacker, and I can't hear shit.
Tell him to whack his weed somewhere else.
No,
whack it over by your house.
Go outside and say, how rude.
Don't you know I'm on a panel? Come on.
Right. Exactly.
I'm in a live.
I'm talking here. I'm live. Get over there. Whack off over there.
Moron.
You moron. I love that when she said that. I just about died. You moron.
Moron.
What else? So anyhow, it's good to laugh. It's good to talk.
Oh my God.
I would be in voice chat with them a lot too, just talking. And I was telling them before I did the reveal, and I'm like, okay, you guys, this is the first time I'm actually going to see myself. Are you guys ready? Remember, Tawana was there too. And,
she started crying.
I was hysterically crying.
Yeah.
I was hysterically crying because it was a shock.
Her husband came over and said, you're still beautiful to me. I mean, he was He was sweet. You have to admit, I know he gets on your nerves sometimes, but he was sweet.
He
when
was.
went over.
Yeah.
Because she was really upset when she saw it. You know,
I was trying hard. I never thought I would. It was just,
she goes, "It's not the same. They don't look the same."
they're ugly. It's gone. I had big ones.
But that's not. It wasn't funny. It was a shock for her.
It was a total shock.
Yeah.
It was a total shock to just, yeah. And I'm okay now because I have to still do the dressing. And because, you know, when they sew you up, all that dried blood and skin, and they call it burns. I don't know why they call it that. I called it bruises.
But it
But
looked
okay.
like a burn.
Yeah.
It looked like a burn.
Did it? So I have to put the cream in. It's work. That cream is wow. It's wonderful. She says you can even put that on your, you know, where your blisters were, because you know how blisters leave like a little scar. They stay red. Your skin still stays there. She says put it on that. It'll heal real fast.
Does it soothe it though? Does it soothe it? Does it soothe
Yeah.
it?
When I put it on the blister, oh yeah, it did feel a lot better. I mean, because my husband would put Neosporin, and I was like, damn, it stings. It did sting. I know, but you know, it doesn't. And you were trying to say that too when it happened when I was crying. You're like, no, 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 don't worry. It's not going to be like that. And it doesn't define us. It doesn't. But it's just, you know,
No, but it's like
from
it
being
was a
one
shock
way. And
for her when she finally did see it, because
Mhm.
she made a point of not looking for the longest time, and then
I
when she
know.
finally did look, it was a shock, and that's normal. I mean,
Well,
I
I
think
did
we've all
my
been.
son. I have the plastic surgeon because that's what he steps in. And what I have inside me now, I call them stretchers because they stretch the skin and then they start filling it in. And then those come off when you actually then get your new boobs. But those hurt like a son of a bitch. I'm telling you guys. I mean, it's hard plastic. And they have to have that there to mold the skin and stretch it and keep it stretched because when they fill it, those things are going to expand. So I'm just
How
can
long do
imagine
you have how long do you have to have those on?
until I get the desired that I want, and then they do when I get the surgery. Once I get the surgery again and
Hi,
get these
Kim.
taken out. Hi, Kim. Hi. You're driving to Indy today? Aw. Wow, that's so cool.
Thanks for
Thanks for
stopping.
coming in. Yeah, until I get the next surgery, then they come out. So it's a lot of fun. I have to do this twice. Twice is nice.
So the next that surgery, that's a day surgery too. You go in and you're
It's
out.
an hour and a half, he said. That's an hour and a half. That only takes like an hour and a half, he told me.
Well, that
Versus the 4 hours.
better.
Yeah, because he did what my surgeon came in, did her job, and it took 2 hours. And then, oh, hold on, glowworm. Did you get it? Okay. When my
Michelle, hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. My surgeon came in and he told him that she's going to take 2 hours. She goes in first and does her thing, and then he comes and does his thing, and his is about a couple hours. But I think and then they said 2 hours of 2 hours of being in the recovery room. But I think I got out at like 11. No, what time did I get out, Carla? I think I was in my room at 1:30, something like that.
Yeah, it's like around 2, I think, 2 in the afternoon.
Okay, because I got
you went in at like
7:30.
Yeah, you went in early.
Yeah, because I was the first one. There was me and another guy, and I told him, you got here, 30 seconds before we did, and he's like, no, you go first. I was like, okay, thank you.
Coach.
Hi, Coach. Coach. Hi, Coach. Grab a link. Take a link, Coach.
Grab a link. Take a link.
Do you have it pinned or? Yeah, she has a pin. She has a pin, Coach, if you want to take a link. Yeah, I was in first. So they were able to prep me and do all that fun stuff. And
It
then,
was a long surgery, though. It was quite
yeah,
a
it
long
was
surgery.
very long. I didn't know it. I just remember going down the hall. She turned the corner and I was gone. And I remember waking up to lights in my eyes. And
Tell
then I kept,
everybody what you said.
my future's too bright. Why is it so bright? My future's too, and I just heard a bunch laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? My future's too bright. So then, yeah. And then when it was time, they said she can start eating. Well, first meal though has to be light, like soup or Jello. And so he's reading the menu, and I go, "Will you shut up? You're so annoying." The nurses were laughing. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hold on.
The anesthesia does something to your brain too. Because when I was in the hospital, I wasn't even sure about the year because they would ask me what year it was. They asked me who the president was. I was asking me a bunch of questions, and I'm like, I thought the year was 2011 or something like that, some stupid year. And then when they asked me who the president was, I said Obama. Why did I say that?
Well, this is bad, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He was his
But
vice
they just
president.
want you to like completely come out of it, I guess, to make sure that you're.
They didn't ask me any of that. I just know I was getting wheeled in to my room. And then I'm sitting there and I said, then give me, what kind of, he goes, they have cream of this soup, cream of that soup. Now I'm feeling nauseous and you're asking me this. And I go, I'm going to throw up. Stop talking. And the nurse goes, there is like a vegetable broth soup. I said, yeah, give me that. Just stop. Yeah.
God, I hate that they're broth soups in the hospital. Ugh.
And then he's putting them, all of a sudden I'm sitting up and I'm sleeping. And he's talking, he goes, there she goes, she's sleeping. And I wake up and I go, then why are you talking? The nurse goes, she's funny. He goes, I'm used to it. And he's like, here's some soup, babe. Here. And he's pushing it. And he's like, and I can smell it. And I'm like, put my hand up. I go, I can't, I can't. I really can't right now. I'll do it later. And I go, just give me the juice.
Oh my God. That was my worst part in the hospital, was trying to eat that food.
Chloe, where'd you go? Anya and Carla. Yeah.
She's down in the chat. I don't know if she knows that I put her up.
Her avatar's gone.
I know. You have to go out and come back on to get your avatar back.
To this, yeah. So I couldn't eat it. I ate the salad a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, I just.
Oh, that's not you? Here, I'll just get rid of this one, and you can come up on a different.
What do you mean that's not you? Did you, what'd you do?
I just removed
not me.
There we go. Just come up. She said it's not her, so I kicked her. Not because I want to kick you, it's just because sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, so she's actually, I think, caught you up, Shauna, on the stuff that she's been going through.
Yeah.
As hard as we think we have it sometimes.
Somebody always has it more difficult.
And I don't think there's a person that wished her, because what was nice is when a community comes together and supports you.
That was nice. Even people that, you don't like, friends and foes. Yeah, they came and really puts a new perspective in your head. But I know I'm just staying out of all the bullshit because I'm supposed to be thinking positive.
Yeah.
So,
And she has been, on the most part. We don't talk about YouTube hardly ever, to be honest with you.
no, the girls were just,
I
there's
mean,
like,
unless there's something really mind-boggling going on, but I haven't really seen it.
don't. Why do you mean you feel guilty for not knowing, sweetheart? Don't do that. How would you know? Just don't do that. Please. Because I really didn't say anything until like after the surgery because I didn't want to jinx it. But of course, you know, certain people told somebody who told somebody and they felt it was their obligation to say it on a live, which is, like I said, was not their
Well,
story to tell.
and I apologize for that too.
Not you. Oh my God,
No,
stop.
but I did say it.
But all you said is she's having a double mastectomy. You didn't say why. You didn't get into it. There was people that did, you know. And when they were like, when I asked who told, and they said, "Oh, I can't tell." But you told anybody. You told the other person. So what the frick is the difference? You know, it's like that's not your story. It's my story. And if that person then turned on you and decided that they're going to open their mouth, that's your fault for telling them. First of all, when someone tells you it's a secret, don't fucking open your mouth. I can't. That's why I don't, you can't be trusted. Thanks, Vic. I know. Yeah, it will. And you gave me a lot of support as well. She's great too, because she had a lot of insight with her sister going through it and friends and stuff, family. So she was telling me a lot of things that, you know, I should know and stuff. And it made me feel
She was telling you what to expect and stuff, and which
oh,
helps.
she's coming up.
Hi, Melody.
Where's Melly? Honestly, there you are.
She
Hi, Milky.
just came in.
Milky, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages, but I haven't seen anybody for a while. Yeah, I'm doing good, honey. I feel better. It's not as painful anymore. I still have the needling pains that, you know, but that's to be expected because that's my nerves coming back. I still can't feel anything under my left armpit because that's where she did she tested my lymph nodes. So she took some lymph nodes out. So yeah, under that, I have some feeling around the area, but like my actual armpit, I have to laugh because every time I go to shave my arm, I'm just like, I can't feel shit. I look in the mirror. Did I get it? I don't know. I can't feel anything. It's kind of fun. So yeah. And the lymph nodes, she told me, came out good. There was nothing there. Everything came out good. But like I said, you have a pathologist who wants to just test the cancer to make sure it's not the kind that goes through your body. So I have to wait for that. Anyway, yeah, Melky, where you been, girl? Jeez, it's been a while. Just ask for Dilaudid. I had that in the hospital, and it was good. It made me feel good, but I had to get a nausea shot too because I would get like really nauseous. And it was, I think, because I didn't have anything in my
Take
stomach.
that many pain meds, though. You really didn't.
No, I know I didn't. Like I said, I took about 5 because I counted at
I had
30.
a pain pump. When every time I felt pain, I just have to pump.
Oh, that's
It would
nice.
go through my IV.
Wow.
I have a pain pump.
Yeah, they kept it in my hand, which when I was in the ER and she's like, okay, I'm gonna put your IV in. So I put my arm out and she goes, no, we're gonna go through your hand. I go, no. Why do you have to torture me like this? She goes, I know, nobody likes it. I go, right, so why do it? I know I'm very vascular in my hands. You can just see it, you know? And my arm, it's hard to find. I have really tiny veins. So I said, it's just like, just give me a knife and stick me and keep rubbing it and pushing it in my vein because that's what it feels like. And my husband's looking the other way. I go, why are you not looking? He goes, I cannot watch that. I'm sitting
I
there looking
always
at
look away
it.
though. I can
I look, I
understand,
look
but
at
I
it.
always look away.
And
No,
I'm like,
I always
you
look away.
guys got to push it all the way in like that, though. And those are big ass needles, too.
Oh, I
They're
know.
not, skinny needles. They're big.
I hate the butterfly ones that spread
Oh,
out.
that's what I had to because they put two,
Oh,
because one had to be for the pain, and the other one was like when they push it on. So when they took me off of they didn't take me off the IV, I just the stand. They pulled it out, and then they call flushing it. So whenever I got my shot, they would put it right directly in that little thing that sticks out of your hand. It gets to it faster too, they said. And then same thing with the nausea shot because I had to. They stick it in, and it's so freaking weird when they put it in because you can feel it going through your veins right away. So I'm like, yep, because they go out, I'm giving you a nausea shot now. It's like one of the nurses, the head nurse is like, well, you had it 4 hours ago. So in about 15 minutes, I go, oh, who gives a shit? It's 15 minutes. I'm going to be like, what's her face in terms of endearment? Give my daughter the freaking shot.
You know what? I just watched that movie.
Oh, was it? I laughed
All she
so
has to do is hold on for 4 hours.
She's pulling around the desk. I was laughing.
I just watched that movie the other day. I don't know why I watched it.
died
I just thought
laughing.
about it.
I was like crying at one side, and then when she went out, I just busted out laughing. I said, that would be my mom. That would be my mom following her and just, touching her watch and like, but she's in pain. She's in pain now. Give it to her. Give it to her. It's just a few more minutes. And when she said that, I like, don't make me get all, what the hell was that actress?
Oh, that says Nanya. Wait, let me find the other one. The other one's
What?
better.
What are you talking about?
The GIF in the corner of the, hang on, let me find it.
Yeah, you can't even see it.
Yeah,
It says Nanya though.
it says Nanya, but here's the other one. There, Nanya Business. I like that one better because you can actually see it.
But it's not business, it's
Even
biz.
to try and find that name anywhere. Holy cripes.
I told her, I said, go search Nanya Biz and see how many of them pop up. There's a lot. It's just ongoing. It's funny. Shirley MacLaine, thank you. That's what I told her. Don't make me get Shirley MacLaine on you. She started laughing.
Oh God, yeah. She was, that was the best part of that movie, I thought, when she goes, all she has to do is hold on for 4 hours. All she has to do.
Deborah Winger, she played her daughter.
Yeah, she did.
Deborah Winger did a good, that movie is just
that was so sad.
the best movie ever.
I don't know how many times, and I cry every time I see it.
That one, and then what's the one that Dolly Parton and
Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias was a great movie. Do your roots. I did
cry
too.
every time I see that one too.
And then Fried Green Tomatoes. That was a great movie.
I just want to punch them until they feel as bad as I do.
And then she puts her here.
Here.
She goes, are you crazy?
Punch Weezer. We can charge money. Everybody wants to have a whack at Weezer.
It did make her laugh. I mean, everybody started laughing. It was the best. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I get like that too, Blake Slate. I'm like, I could see the face and I'm like, what's his name? Whatchamacallit. Oh my God, you've never seen it. You better watch it today, Sean, and get a box Kleenex. I mean, it's in terms of endearment, she was one of those helicopter moms.
Jack Nicholson is in it.
Oh yeah, when Jack Nicholson takes her for lunch.
What's his name? Who played her husband?
Who? Oh yeah, I can't remember.
but there's all good actors.
And the
in
guy
it.
she had the affair with, remember him?
Yeah. It was, John Lithgow. John Lithgow, she had an affair with.
Gotta sell this. I like to take a whack at Weezer.
Yeah, you have to watch
Oh,
Terms of
Shauna.
Endearment.
And then after that, watch the other one that I just said.
She
What
didn't
was it?
see either of them?
Did you watch? What's the other one too? We just talked about with Dolly Parton.
Still
Steel Magnolias. Did you see Steel Magnolias? Because that was my favorite.
I think they remade that too with
No.
black cast. Yeah, they did.
Dolly reminds me, I need to make a holiday reservation for Cedarville, Tennessee in December. Oh, yeah, because it was in Cedarville, Tennessee. I'm like, Tennessee looks fun. I would like to move to Tennessee. So I told my husband, and he goes, yeah.
Well, she watched
Jeff Bridges, thank you. Jeff Bridges played the
Jeff
husband.
Bridges, yes.
Yeah. Everybody was so young looking. Even Jack Nicholson looked so young. He played the astronaut.
He was actually pretty handsome in his younger days.
You think so?
Danny DeVito was funny in that.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Shirley MacLaine played a really good
Yeah,
part in that.
she did.
I'm not going to say because it's like, I'll tell you, I know that whole movie by heart.
Yep.
Plus, I just seen it again.
Louisa and her dog. And the husband used to tease the dog every time I come over and make the dog bark. Will you quit?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like you.
He had those two St. Bernards or that St. Bernard.
She had a St. Bernard, yeah.
Yeah.
Reason why she built Dollywood right outside the Pigeon Forge next to Cyril. Oh, really? Didn't realize that. Well, she's from Tennessee too, though, Dolly. Dollywood.
Yeah, they have Dollywood there.
She's a great actress, though. She did good. Dolly Parton. Mm-hmm.
Remember 9 to 5?
Oh, that was a great movie. I got a gun in my purse, and I'll turn you from a rooster to a hen hawk with one shot.
Hooker. Hi, dog.
You're really cute. And we're all like, hooker.
Sometimes I miss people, and I don't mean to.
How are you?
I'm an idiot. Sorry.
We love some hooker.
Why do people call Melly Melky sometimes?
Because here's the story. And I got it from Glowy. Because someone accidentally was going to say hi to her, and they, instead of putting 2 L's, accidentally hit the K. So it looked like Melky. So they just stuck to it. I thought it was funny. So they gave her that name, Melky.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's cute.
Hooker. I'm glad you're doing good.
I love Hooker.
I seem to miss you. I seem to be like ships that pass through the night.
Right?
Yeah, I miss people.
I thought, you know what I thought that said? Shauna Fly. Is that her name? Shauna Fly. I love the names people pick on this.
I'm going to take my iPad to the store tonight to see why it's not charging. It doesn't charge. And it's driving me crazy.
Well, how old is your iPad?
2 years. It's still under warranty, so.
Oh, then maybe you need a new.
The warranty runs out next month, so we have to go. Right away.
Do it now. Oh, so you're the one. It's Glowy's fault who spelled it wrong. I see now. Oh, glowworm. It could be your charger is bad.
No, we've tried different. We bought brand new chargers. It's not the charger. Something it's either the battery or the inside is dirty and they need to clean it. So they'll
Yeah,
do that
because for a
tonight.
couple years old, that's not good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
mine
only
is a
2
lot,
years
way
old,
older than yours, and I
but
still
it's
have it.
still under warranty, which is a good thing. Because once it's still under warranty, we won't have to pay, like buy a whole brand new one. So,
Right.
but we're going to go
I don't
tonight.
even use mine. I just have it plugged in. And I don't know. I used to only use it for games anyway. So, like, yeah, no.
Yeah, but you use your phone a lot. See, I don't like using my phone because I can't freaking see.
Well, you can make the letters bigger, honey. It's in the
I
settings.
know that, but I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
Oh, come on. You just,
It
you know,
is. I mean,
now they have, I'm laughing. People who can't see, they have solitaire game. And it says for seniors, so it's big. I was laughing when I saw it. I'm like, can you see
hey,
the whole
you're
thing?
the same
The
age as
cards
me.
are really big. And I'm like, damn.
I can see that. I just,
I know.
it's typing, the typing part.
I am, Ellie. Thank you. Yeah, so in the typing part, make
Yeah.
that bigger. You can make it bigger. I did.
Yeah.
My husband was the same way. He goes, it's hard to see this. I said, make the font bigger. What's wrong with you people? You can't see it. You make it bigger. Too bad you can't do that. Never mind.
Oh, I
And
can do it. I just too lazy to do it.
then you complain. See, it's so easy. Go in your settings, go down to font or whatever, click it. Oh,
Oh,
look, just put it, you know what? Even if you do to the next one over, you'll be like, wow,
did you read Shauna's thing?
what'd you
Hooker
say?
Amanda and her are
Y'all hooker man, and I'm
triad.
the triad. I'm moving in with them very soon. All right.
I never. My goodness me. My goodness me. Oh my word.
What?
I'm just being an idiot.
Oh, you're being steel magnolias?
Yeah, I'm being
You
Frank
were? You did? You think?
Scarlett.
You did
I
know what I was going to
know.
say, didn't you, Shauna? See, dirty minds think alike.
Then you guys remember Gone with the Wind when when the lady comes in, she goes, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies.
Maybe.
I don't know nothing about birthing no
Frankly, what did
babies.
he say? Frankly, what was her name?
Frankly, Scarlett, I
I
don't
don't
give a
give a
damn.
damn. That was the
I
first
don't
time
know
they said
nothing
that a
about
swear
birthing
word
no
was used
babies.
on a movie. You know that? It was the
What's that?
first time a swear word was used on a movie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was in the
Damn is
papers.
not a swear word nowadays.
Well, back then it was.
Yeah, I guess. I participated in a straight
Trade
drag
trick
show
showdown
here for Humane Society 2 weeks ago.
to go.
I am very manly too.
Manly looking woman. You can't read. I'm very
I
manly
know.
looking.
I'm reading off
My
my
pecs partially filled a wide B cup. Ooh. Only Farms duct tape can do anything. Ah! Sugar. You guys make me laugh as I'm holding mine because I can't. When I laugh too hard, these freaking stretchers hurt. They hurt. I love you long time. Mwah,
doesn't
mwah.
hurt when you laugh like those things.
Yeah, they do because I was
Do
showing
they
Carla
move
this
though?
morning. I go, look at. Look.
They
Yeah,
don't
they
move.
do because one keeps sticking me in the side, so I had to push it a little bit. And you feel it. It's like a
Did you
click.
ask them about that? Are you supposed to be moving them? Are you supposed to be able to move them?
I don't know, but I did because it hurts. Fuck that. When it's sticking out and you can't I'm constantly holding my chest because in that area because it's there. And she goes, yeah, did you see what they look like? But I said, yes, I did. It's oblong and it's a hard plastic. And when they put the tube around it, it's like a flower with holes in it and they stick the tube in there. That's nasty. Whatever. It's not going to be there long. Hopefully.
I went into I
Ooh,
don't know
waxing
if
does hurt.
anybody in here watches Rosie O'Kelly, but I went in her channel the other day, and I don't know if she's having she's reversing her surgery because she looks like a man now. I don't know if she had a double mastectomy because she was talking about draining tubes.
Oh, then she did. Yeah.
But I wonder how that works when you've had like implants.
They take them out.
Well, yeah, but is it the same thing as a mastectomy? Does it work
Well,
the
they got to
same
get
way?
rid of the boob. So, yeah, when they take them
That's
out,
what
they've
I
got
would
that
think.
extra skin. So they have to cut the skin,
But she makes a very handsome man.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time because I'm
Oh
subscribed
my
to her.
God, go to her channel when you get a chance.
I will. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it.
I was shocked when I saw
I
her.
haven't seen her in a long time.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, because I go there sometimes. But I was, because she does that kitchen stadium thing.
Yeah,
And
I used to watch her do that a lot.
yeah,
Let's see, YouTube.
they had a straight man drag show fundraiser in my hometown. It was a great show, but the Queens
The Queens. The
straight
wait,
man turned out
turn
into,
into was amazing.
oh, the Queens that were straight men turned out.
Really?
I would love to go to a show like that. I would pay to go see a show like that. I really would.
Yeah, it would be fun.
I think it
Well,
would be.
she's still showing her other self,
Who?
Rosie.
Look at her latest videos, though. Her
I,
lives.
why?
There should be pictures.
Oh wow! Oh
Did you
wow!
see it?
Oh
She
wow!
looks, I mean, she looks totally different to me. And
Well,
I found that by accident. Not that I had heard about it or I had seen someone talk about it. I just went in there just to, because I go in there every once in a while. Because when she does Kitchen Stadium, she does, I think she was doing ribs one night, and I
I
wanted to go
love
watch.
her. I love her.
And I saw her, and I'm like, wow, she looks like a guy.
San I Park
And
Fest.
I can't get used to saying, I don't know if she wants to be called him or her or how she wants to be referred to, but she'll always be Rosie to me.
Yeah.
Hi, Mander.
Leander! Hi!
She is detransitioning. Yeah, that's what she said. So she transitioned. Yeah. So she's I don't know how that works. I wonder why. There must be a reason. I mean, it's none of my business.
Oops. Cook was telling her to go to sleep. Amanda, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, Amanda.
No, we haven't talked to her in a long time. You stay. Hooker, shush. Why were you up all night? Is she working all night? Is that why? I think I could work nights only to maybe like 2 in the morning, and then I'd be like,
Amanda, do you know why she's transitioning? Is there a reason? Or she just decided that wasn't the lifestyle she wanted?
did she tell her story or
I
no?
don't know. I tried to find it on her channel and I couldn't
So,
find it.
oh, okay.
I know
I'm just so used to her looking like a lady, though. It's like, it's weird
I
to see her
know
as a man
it's going to be weird it was weird
for a
for me.
while until you get used to it again.
Very
But
first time I saw her, she was in her van, and I'm like, who is that? Because I couldn't really grasp who it was. I'm like, that's
Yeah, it looked
Rosie.
like she was big chested too.
But she makes a pretty handsome man, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. She's a good looking man.
I like her. I used to always like watching her. But
She's got one of those channels that's no drama. She just does her own thing, and she can sit there for 2 hours and just
I
talk.
just got to work today. Oh, did you not have a lot of sleep last night, Amanda? I get bitchy too when I don't have my sleep. So it's going to be like, move along, stop asking me stupid questions. Oh, she said, okay, I'm laying back down. I'm listening though.
I hope they fix my iPad tonight. Ooh, that drives me crazy.
Maybe you'd have to leave it if they're
Well, at
busy.
least it's under, yeah, I might have to leave it, but at least it's under warranty. Oh, here's Shauna.
Shauna, get her up there.
Shauna.
Hello, my love. How are you tonight?
Whoa.
I just wanted to say
There she
something.
is. Hi, lovely.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay.
How are you?
Listen, about Rosie, I don't want to make any assumptions that she's detransitioning. I should not have put that in the side chat. As far as I know, Rosie's still being called Rosie, and I'm not going to make any assumptions until she makes an announcement.
Yeah.
Just because she's had some kind of surgery does not mean that she's detransitioning. Just because her hair's short does not mean that she's detransitioning. So until I hear from further notice, I don't want to misgender anybody. And it's a very slippery slope. But I do, support Rosie no matter what she decides to do. I think that has to be the hardest thing to go through. I thought transitioning was hard. Imagine detransitioning. And there are some procedures that are just irreversible, especially F to M, female to male transitions.
Yeah.
Those when they become women again, their voice never goes back to the way it was. Sometimes their body never goes back to the way it was. That just has to be very hard to go through. So Rosie's just such a great person. I don't want to disrespect her in any way.
No, she's a sweetie. I used to watch her all the time too, because I liked watching her projects.
Yeah,
that she would do
like
her
I
projects.
said, I watched,
But I
just
haven't seen it in a long time.
by accident, because when I went over there, I'm like, wow, she looks so different. And then she kind of touched on the subject, but not really. And she didn't go into detail, but she touched on it, and I'm like, wow, she's brave.
Rosie's also someone who has never really considered themselves male or female, always gone by a third gender, even before the third gender or this non-binary thing was in vogue or in fashion. So I don't think she would be offended by anything, but I personally don't want to misgender anybody or start misgendering anybody without there being an announcement. I just did a quick glaze over her channels. She's still being called Rosie. No announcements.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Everybody
calls her Rosie. Good for her either way.
Further notice, I'll be calling her Rosie too.
Yeah, and it would not surprise me to see that because of her
channel
outlook on gender. She really doesn't see gender like most people, even like me, another trans person. So but Rosie's going to be Rosie until she tells me differently.
Yeah, exactly. That's my I just was shocked when I went over there and I saw her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, sometimes
the changes on, especially when, for me, I haven't seen her in a while, and then to go over there and see her.
Yeah, it can be shocking to see anybody change or to hear that somebody's going through a big change. I follow a YouTuber who she's from the UK. She goes by Tiffany Thinks, and she went through a really, really bad cancer journey.
Mm,
And she had surgery and had chemo, and she finally beat it. And to see her life going back
good.
to working and being vital again, it was like shocking. She looked like a different person. Her hair was thicker, her skin was a different tone. And she was, I think she's of either Middle Eastern or Asian descent. So she had brown, beautiful chocolate skin anyway, but her skin was like always like this pale kind of color. And to see her, I like did a double take to see her hair thick and full, and she some weight on her. It just was like, it was alarming. And that was a completely different physical change.
I've heard that after chemo that your hair grows in really thick.
Yeah, some people don't lose hair. Sometimes it just thins out, or for different reasons, like, your body's going through a lot of medical shit. So sometimes your hair just thins out. My mom never lost her hair, but
My girlfriend didn't either, and she had the one cancer that nobody really gets. Can't think of it now.
Pancreatic.
Yeah, she had pancreatic cancer, but
Yeah.
she beat it.
You know
But
what?
she had a lot of thick red hair, and she said it got a little thinner, but she never lost it.
Yeah, my mom had pancreatic cancer too, so maybe it's something to do with the treatments of the pancreatic. Every time I hear about pancreatic cancer, I always think of that movie My Girl, and Zeta Saltonfuss talks about someone who died, and she goes, "Pancreatic cancer. Once it hits your pancreas, you're gone like that." And when my mom got that diagnosis, I just kept thinking about that.
Oh no!
I mean, the woman lasted 2 years, so even pancreatic cancer wasn't taking my mother out. But I used to joke with her and say, "Only the good die young." So you're fine.
Yeah.
The guy that works with my husband just got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and his doctor gave him 6 to 12 months to live. I'm like, why would you give him that, like, a timeline on
Well,
you?
here's another thing, because, and I'm not saying all oncologists, but oncologists get this, like, they run by their ego. So when this person lasts longer than 6 to 12 months, they can say, well, see, I've kept you alive longer than your diagnosis. It's fucking, it's maniacal. It really is.
Wow.
And I only know this from my personal experiences with my mom and other experiences that I went through. So, I'm only sharing stories that I've experienced. And I don't want to deter oncologists, because there are some oncologists that are fucking amazing. But you really do have to ask the right questions. And sometimes you don't learn that until you're far along in your process,
Well, I mean, and that's why I said, well, you told me it wasn't aggressive, and she doesn't, I mean, we had to, like, okay, I get it. I saw you July 25th, but this is like 2 weeks after my surgery, which was only 6 weeks later, and we had to give you a refresher course. Okay, you see a lot of people, but she was also, tell me again, what did you have, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's all there in the report. So,
yeah, see, that's, I mean, even if you do see a lot of people, and I can understand how that could be confusing, brush up before, it takes 5 minutes to stop and take a look at what you're doing before you make a patient go through that and make them feel like they're not important to you. Maybe you're the 100th person that you've seen today, but you're the only oncology doctor I'm seeing right now. And I'm looking into your eyes for my life. So please don't act like that. See,
that's why when she was like, but you never know, and you're this, you are osteoporosis, and I go, not going to happen. That's exactly what I told her. I don't want to hear it. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my bones. Seriously, you guys, I can feel it that everything was taken care of. I don't have this problem. We went through this gen testing and the testing, but we sat there and went through the whole list down to my grandparents' children and their children. No one on either side of my family has cancer. Nobody. For me, I'm the first to have this. Everybody was shocked. I mean, my mom, the day I told her, and I'm crying my eyes out, and my mom's crying, and she goes, we can get a second opinion. I go, on cancer? And I had to laugh, but she was just like freaking out so bad. I know a great heart doctor.
Misdiagnoses do happen.
Nanya Coach
Right.
up here. Did you see that?
I figure skating coach. Hi, sweetheart. She's on mute.
Oh,
Is she on
Coach is
mute?
here. Let me tell you something really quickly. My mom was seeing this oncologist team from Boston Medical Center for. She passed away after 2 years of being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and
I'm sorry.
this new doctor came in that was on the team but hadn't seen my mom too much, just had seen her case. And he had come to Nantucket, which was where my mom lived. And my mom had just failed one round of the chemo treatment that they were doing. And she's like, I'm just tired of this. I don't want any more of this. I'm ready to go. And I said, okay, Mom, if that's what you want, we are going to make that happen. And we went into the oncologist doctor, and I said, if this was your mother, what would you do with your mother? And I wish that was a question I asked from the beginning, because it was only then that I asked this question did his tone get very low. He said, I would understand why my mom would want to stop at this point and just be comfortable. That's all my mom needed to hear. She was gone in 2 weeks after that, because she had been given all this fucking hope, which maybe it kept her alive. I don't know. But the life that she had was not quality. It was not fucking quality. And I think if my mom hadn't been fed all this bullshit, all this medication, all this chemo treatment, and had just been told, honey, there's no hope, she would not have to have I mean, she basically died while living. You know, she was dying, and she could have at least had a little bit of dignity in her life. And listen, I would kill for 6 seconds with my mom, let alone 6 months. I am very grateful. It took everything I could to not want to take my power of attorney and put her on life support when she was in the hospital. I wanted so badly to wet her mouth, give her fluid, give her food. It's not what she wanted. So it was hard for me to shut my instinct off to make her wishes known. But I know her quality of life would have been better. And maybe I wouldn't have had 6 months with her, but I wouldn't have had to watch my mom wither away. And that was the trauma. That was the hardest part. It wasn't her dying. We all die. My mom was very versed in dying. It's what she did for a living, was help people cope with dying. So I was not new to this. I was new to watching it happen in front of you, and you feel so hopeless. I wished that oncologists, any doctors, would start treating patients like they're human beings. They have a sort of power, and I think some oncologists, not all of them, some doctors, not all of them, get off on feeling like they are God or something. That, for the lack of a better word, I'm using God, but feeling like they're heroes, or they're making a bigger difference than they really are. And I feel like it's so manipulative and so wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring the chat down, but that was
Stop it. You haven't. I was just going to say, when my father-in-law passed away, because he had stomach cancer, and he was the same way with my mother-in-law, because she said, there's times, because he was going for his treatment, and he goes, baby, just close the casket. I want to go. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm not. He whittled down to bones, and he was such a great man too. Funny. I missed him so much, and it was horrible the day that he did. She was seeing him at the hospital, and she came home, and she was like upset, but more mad than anything. And she was just like, he said, close the casket. I'm going. I'm done.
Yeah.
And she goes, so what am I going to do? Tell him, no, you're not doing it. He wants to go.
Right.
If you don't have any quality of life, what do you have? Like my dad said to us before he died of a sudden death heart attack, but he always had us prepared. If I'm in a hospital with feeding tubes and diapers, he said, just let me go. Let me go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to live like that. My dad was an airline pilot, so he did not want to live like that.
I mean, this is why
Got it,
conversations
Carl.
like this with all of your loved ones, I don't care if you're taking care of a parent, I don't care if you're married to, if you're 25 and you're just newly married, have these conversations with your loved ones. I know they're
Yeah,
uncomfortable, but life happens, you guys. You know, this could be
right,
the last day that I'm talking to any of you, and you
right.
want
You
to
just
know
don't
this
know.
information. You never know, and it's always better to know this information before than when you are in a situation where you're
When you're
grieving.
going through it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't make any decisions. You can't even turn on a light. So
You can't. Well, you can't. I mean, look at when I was told, I was like, "What?" As I was telling everybody, we're talking. She goes, "Did you get your results from your biopsy yet?" And I was just seeing my doctor. I said, "No, but they did tell me 3 days, so I'm thinking I have another couple." She goes, "Well, I have it. Do you want me to let you know?" I said, "Sure, yeah." And she's like, "Okay, well, you have a tumor." And she's talking, and I'm like, "Okay, okay." And then I stopped, and I go, "Wait a minute. Did you say tumor?" And she's like, "Yes." I go, "Is it cancerous?" She goes, "Yes, honey."
ugh.
And I just sat there and said nothing. And she kept talking. And don't ask me what she said after that, Shauna, because
Of
everything
course.
just went numb. And I'm texting. She's like, "So we're going to give you a referral, blah, blah, blah." All I heard was referral for this doctor, for that doctor. And my head, I'm just like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." That's what I was saying to her in my head. And then I was texting Michelle. And I was crying so bad when she walked out. I couldn't even see what I was texting. So I said, "I'm sorry if this is not making sense, but this is what's going on." Now I have to go to see my mom. I told her I was coming over, and I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Jesus, man.
hmm And my mom was hysterical more than I was. And she was like, "We'll get a second opinion." And that's when I just slowly looked at her. I go, "For what, cancer?" And
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, people get misdiagnosed a lot. Nanya, you'd be
yeah.
surprised,
And that's what she said. She goes, "But I have a good cancer doctor." Or she said heart doctor. And I go, "But that's not cancer, Mom."
Oh, God bless your mom.
And she goes, "But no, you can't. This is wrong because nobody in our family on both sides, no one ever had cancer."
Right.
And I said, "Well, I got lucky. What can I tell you? It
Coach's
happened."
mic isn't working.
Yeah, I saw that, Coach. Try again. Go back out and come back
Yeah.
in.
Is your mic on? Is it on, babe? Maybe it's not on.
I'm
Yeah,
so,
it was on.
yeah, because
It showed that it was on.
I haven't been on, I don't think I've been on a panel on this phone. No, I have been on a panel, but with recently switched from Android to iPhone, and getting
I
on
love it.
a
Don't you love it?
StreamYard, I do love it. But getting on a StreamYard via iPhone is a very different process. So I had to
Is
like
it?
accept
Yeah,
getting
but once you do it, all you have to do next time, this is like, because probably when you took the transition, you never did it with the iPhone. So they make you go through the hoops. Do this, accept that, what's your password, go to your email.
yeah, it gives
Oh,
me
I
permission
hate
to my
that when
mic
they
I
ask
and
hate
me for
that.
my password.
Me too.
I always
Ask Carla.
forget.
Every time we were going live, I go, "This mother frickin' mother bitch." And she's laughing at me. And I go, "I had to go through this password, that, check this, and then I'm hitting the numbers and it's telling me to do it again. You mother bitches." Like, I was getting so pissed. I said I was actually gonna just go the other way instead of going through this because
It's
I'm getting aggravated.
frustrating. Yeah, it is.
yeah, if I were to get on my computer, it would be like that.
Right.
But from the phone, it's just a little bit of a longer process. And sometimes I can see myself not reading something and clicking the wrong thing.
Yep.
And
That's what
I
I would
wouldn't,
do.
wouldn't have access to my mic or my camera. So,
Hey,
Or when
Coach,
you get
I'm
in,
gonna try and come up again.
okay, baby. When you
Yeah,
get a
let's
new
try it
phone
again.
and you have to, answer the questions on Google, "Is this you? Give us your password." I was like, "I freaking know.
Okay, here
Thank
she
God."
is. Her.
Can
Hey,
she hear me?
Coach,
Taylor took
can you
us.
talk? You're
She's
muted.
muted. She's muted.
Hello.
Coach, can you hear me? You're muted, honey.
Did you add her? Because I don't see her. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's
Yeah,
added.
you know what? She's muted.
No,
That's why.
she
Let me,
is now. Coach?
there's,
She's not muted.
Now
Oh,
she's
now she's
muted.
muted.
hold on. Wait.
It says devices are not connected. What the hell?
I wonder what's going on. I know nothing
I
about
don't know.
StreamYard.
Device not connected.
StreamYard's like is so hit and miss.
Son of a bitch.
It does.
Damn
Sometimes
it.
people come up and
I
it's
did hear
their
some
voices.
background noise though. And when she came up, I heard a little background noise.
I didn't hear nothing.
I did. It was like a little static.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring the whole Rosie thing up, but it was such a shock to me when I went into her channel and saw her. I was like,
No,
I'm still
Carla, it's
calling
never
her
wrong to ask
her.
a question. Don't.
Right.
That's
There's
not what
no
we're going to
way.
do. Is shame you for asking a question.
And I think she
about
did
something
touch
you-
on it a little bit.
Yeah.
She was talking about tubes and stuff.
See, that's what I love about you because you're so like honest and you always say to people, ask questions. I'm not going to bite your head. And I think that's what's wrong with people. They're afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Just ask. You know, I think people will respect you more if you just ask the question.
Well, of course they were afraid. I mean, everybody's so offended by everything,
By
including
everything.
me. I get offended all the fucking time about shit, but sometimes it's okay to. I
Just
don't
say
need
it.
the internet to validate my
You can
my
chalk it up
feelings, you know.
to
Mhm.
And
ignorance.
feelings are not fucking factual, guys. They don't mean
Exactly.
anything. They
Right.
really don't. And just because we
Exactly.
feel something doesn't mean that everybody needs to hear it. I mean, I
Feel
don't
it,
take
right.
my own advice. I usually wear my heart out on my sleeve, but I also put it on my own channel, you know. So you kind of
Right.
consume at your own risk. But
You could type your number in the private chat and I'll put it in my phone right away.
oh, it's 1-900 big girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be a big girl too. Now I'm a little girl.
You're still a pretty girl.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That was just a good
Doesn't
picture.
look no different. I mean, the thing is, when she broke down that one time, it was the first time she ever saw herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she refused to look at it for a long time.
And then finally I said, I brought everybody on camera and you know, voice chat. And I said, I'm doing it. You guys, you ready? And they're like, yeah. And I
Well,
took it off my wife. And the first thing I did was like, and then I didn't say anything. And they said, you know, you look like you still have boobs though. They're full.
They
And then
did.
I'm just bursting into tears. And they're like, what's no. What did we say? And I'm like, no, it's not. There's no more, you know, nipple and there's no more this. And I couldn't talk.
I had a
Couldn't talk.
medical
It was
procedure electively that changed my body for permanently. And when I first saw it, I burst into tears too. And I can't say that it was a happiness cry. It was
Right.
a shock of seeing my body
Yes.
one way and then a completely different way.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Yes,
And I
exactly.
even had reserve, like, oh my God, did I make a mistake? You know,
Sure.
completely normal things,
That's
but,
normal.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. That's very, very normal.
And that's what she was saying. She was like, it's never going to be the same. It's so different. And then her husband, that's when her husband came over to her and said, it's okay. You're still beautiful to me. So
He goes, wow, what are you crying? Why are you crying? And I'm like, the first time I saw it, what do you think? I just, oh my God.
Coach, can you
Can
talk?
you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at her with her sexy glasses on.
Oh.
Look at you, girlfriend.
I know. I
Hi,
was laughing.
honey.
Hi, Shauna. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Hello, my love. This has been the best
I had to
chat,
come up on my
Carla.
phone.
Those look like the glasses I have too. I love those. Are they black?
Up on my phone because I
I
couldn't
can't
get up
see
on
them because I don't have my glasses on.
Wait, why does she keep going out and in?
What?
She,
I don't
I
know.
did. I kept on
I
doing
wonder if
that,
it's
Shauna.
her internet.
It might be. It could be. I don't know.
She can't.
know,
I
you're here
don't think
now,
it's
though.
your internet because you live in Pittsburgh. And
Yeah. So use your internet
The
as
hell does
not.
that have to do with anything? Internet can
Well,
suck
it's
all over the
because
world.
Exactly.
well, I can hear you fine now. I mean,
Yeah, good.
before I was like, it said your devices weren't connected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was trying to connect it on my computer, and it wasn't working. So I said, hell with it. I tried it twice. So I said, hell with it. I rather to come
You
up on
know,
my phone.
We
I
were
tried to
just
welcome back
talking about,
Bailey in the damn chat over
I,
here on StreamYards, and it came up your name because your name's on here. I'm just like,
we were
dude.
just talking about Nanya's journey.
I
You
know
know,
you sound good, Nanya. You really do. I'm
Thanks.
proud of you. You're staying so positive.
I'm
I'm so
happy.
proud.
I got God in my life. And I don't want to sound
I know.
cheesy, but He was there for me. I'm telling you guys, power of prayer. It was there for me, and all I ask is I just want to be happy. Whatever
Yeah,
life
you
is
will
my
be.
way, I'm going to
It's a
accept it
long,
and just
yeah,
move
it's a
on.
long process, but just look at it,
It is.
so many success stories. My sister lived 21 years. 21
Hmm.
years after
after
she
she
was
was
diagnosed.
diagnosed, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But
And
she
And
she
my
went
was
through it
cousin,
twice too, right? Your
what?
sister, your sister went through it twice, didn't she?
Yeah, well, the second time, yeah, she went
Yeah.
through it like maybe 10, 15 years later. And then she was fine for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden, just it came back. But hers was more aggressive. It was in her lymph nodes. And it was
Oh,
more
okay.
aggressive because Nanya, she got it when she was so young. The younger you are, the more aggressive it is. That's what we were told
Really?
back then. Yes, that's what we were told back then.
That's
Okay.
Yeah,
scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's more
that must
aggressive.
have been hard on your parents.
Oh, it was horrible. Especially my dad's mother died of breast cancer. That was back in the 60s. So it was very hard. It was very hard. But you get through it. And I'll tell you what, she stayed positive like you, Nanya. And my cousin has it
Did you
too. And
good?
my was diagnosed 10 years ago and she's still doing good. And it was
It-
like you. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go into her lymph nodes or anything.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
see, that's
Hmm.
my surgeon said. She goes, lymph nodes were clean. She said your
Hmm.
cancer was about this big, and she goes, pathology said that was negative. The other cancers looked like they were negative because I had remembered the last MRI, I had two more masses that they found.
Hmm.
And so she goes, everything's great. Just waiting on that last, them to find that last clip. And I was like, oh my God, tell them to dig deeper. But she
I
found,
didn't know what
Deeper.
you meant. What do you mean by clip? What clip?
when you get a biopsy,
Hmm.
they clip the mass that they find. And so this way, when like say that what they found was negative, they keep those clips in there for the next time you have a breast exam. So when the person that's doing, looking at it knows, okay, those have been tested. So they kind of flag those to say, these have been tested, it's fine, it came up with nothing. And I told them, because I asked them, I said, how long do they have to be there? She goes, well, it comes out good, she said forever. Because every time you get your breast exam, they'll see that this way they won't say, oh, we need to do a biopsy because we found two masses. You know what I'm saying? So they clip that to say, we already looked at this and it's fine. But if you have cancer, those will come out when they do the procedure of whatever you decide to do. And I said, okay, that was it. And honest to God, you guys, when I had that biopsy done, the nurse told me, she goes, I wouldn't worry about it. Don't lose sleep over it because it's not that big of a deal and it doesn't look like it's going to be, if you know what I mean. And I said, okay, great. So I had it in my head. Everything was cool.
Well,
And
you had a positive attitude all the way through.
well, I mean, I think it was just like because after the initial shock, after, telling my mom, my dad found out as he was coming home, I was leaving and we stopped the car and I didn't want to cry because my dad, I'm his favorite. And he was shaking his head. Are you going to be okay? I said, yep, I'm going to be fine. And then, when I pulled away, I started crying again. And my aunt, when she got on the phone, she's such an aggressive aunt. I love her. You always got to have one aunt that tells everybody like it is, and that's my aunt. And my mom says I take after her. But she gets up and she says, what the hell's going on? I started laughing, but
But you had a good attitude. You had a good attitude the whole time. I know you did towards me. I'm sure you had your moments by yourself, which
yeah,
is normal. Of
I
course,
did,
that's
and
normal. You're
that's what I
going to.
said.
We're human.
Right.
We're
And
human
even
beings.
ask my husband; he'll tell you.
You're human. You're going
The
to.
worst
Yeah.
I
part
think
was
you
when
handled
she
it
saw it for
very
the
well.
first time. That
Mhm.
part
hmm
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I
knew
mean,
exactly what you were
what
going
do you
through just
say?
because my sister went through it and I know the
yeah,
steps that she went through.
went through.
And I tried to guide you through it, but you don't, just like I don't know exactly what it's like. I know what it's like, but I don't know what my sister was going through. I just told you, what it was like. And it is a long
Yes,
process, but Nanya,
and
you'll
then
be fine. You'll be
you gave me
fine.
the
You'll
heads
see.
up on everything, so it was
hmm
like when I was being told this, it was like I already knew it because you told me. So it was not
Yeah.
like a shock, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
And of course, when they tell you, like when I met my surgeon and she's talking to me and showed me and and everything else. And she said, you have three options. And I go, I want them off. Before she even went through the options, I go, I'm not going to go through this again because
Yeah.
I know too many people who have done this, and I'm telling you, my sister's good friend in her right breast had one that was only 2 millimeters, and she had him take it out, sewed her back up. She went to go back to her for her 6 month, and they found three more. That's why I
That's
say,
what can happen. Yep.
yeah, I don't want that. Nope,
Nope.
nope,
You
nope,
can have
nope.
reconstruction surgery.
And that's what
You
I'm
can
gonna.
and they can tattoo the nipples on too.
I think that's what he might. I think
Yeah,
that's what
that's
they
what they
said.
do. That's what they do. They tattoo nipples, and they do. I'm sure they do a better job than when my sister had it because, it's so much better nowadays. That was how long
Right,
ago. But yeah, you'll be
right.
fine, hon. I know you will. I could just tell. I don't know why. You seem so much like my sister with a positive attitude, and you know what?
Hmm.
That's a big part of it. And your doctor will tell you that attitude is a big part of it
They
because
did tell me that
stress, right? Stress and
cancer loves
it'll
stress.
yes,
That's
it
what they
does.
told
It
me.
loves stress and it loves that negativity and it just thrives
Hmm.
on it. So I know you're going to be fine, hon. I know it.
Thank you. Well,
How did your
you helped me a lot.
sister take it, Coach?
But
When she was told, how did your sister take it?
you know what? She was very young. It was very hard on her. She couldn't comprehend why at such a young age. She handled it very well. Like Nanya, she had faith in God. And she said, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. Of course, she had her moments, she would cry. She had her moments just like Nanya. But facing
Mhm.
forward, she was working and she wasn't going to let it stop her. And from the beginning, to be honest, Carla, she had a good attitude. But she always said she knew that she would get breast cancer one day because when she was 21, she had a benign breast tumor. When she was 25, her tumor was precancerous, so they kept a good look on her. Really, really watched her. And then when she was 28 is when it came back, and it was cancer. Another one came in. So and at that point, they weren't going to take her breast when she was precancerous because, they didn't do that back then. So I don't
Mhm.
know if they do that now. I don't know what they do if they keep on finding tumors, but her body just kept on developing tumors in the breast. And I guess my
Well,
grandmother was the same way. So, you know,
Angelina Jolie didn't even have cancer, and she had her
that's because she
double
had the BRCA.
mastectomy
She had the BRCA
because
gene, right?
because
Yeah.
She had the
her mother died of, I think, passed away from breast cancer.
no, she had ovarian, I think. She had ovarian.
Oh, was it ovarian cancer?
Yes,
She just did not want to take a chance, so
right.
she had a double
Sean, I
mastectomy.
tried to send you a text message and it told me that it could not be delivered to this non-wireless number.
Oh. You were trying to send who a text?
Shauna, to
Oh,
let her know.
Shauna, get on here and talk, woman. Where are you?
Said he was getting a glass of water.
Wow, that was about 10 minutes ago, girl.
I know.
Where'd you have to go to the well? Where'd you have to
Now,
go,
don't
She's
you
Shauna?
go
Well,
on
in the
thirsty.
middle
me.
of
I walk
in the
slow.
middle of the
Okay?
She
woods?
got very thirsty.
She said she walks slow.
Don't. She's going to the well in the middle of the forest. She's not doing her wellness when she gets to the well.
She goes to the well in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
I get to see her skipping to the well,
And I
drink my
have,
water, go into the well.
I have to carry the buckets on my head.
Right?
Yeah.
Or what? Back in the day when they put the big wooden stick on at each end
Yeah,
of
Yes.
on
on
each
their
end.
shoulders,
Yes.
and they
But
Before
carried
then,
it
I
like
had to
that.
get my
carry it.
clogs on, my water getting apron on. That takes time.
It takes time, and then I had to drink it slowly.
So,
I had to
Shauna, what have
gather up
you been
the.
doing with yourself?
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah, we don't
follow you.
see you
Shauna's
much.
on TikTok, everybody.
I'm
Oh, I
gonna,
don't do
yeah, I gotta
I don't
find you,
do TikTok.
TikToker. You don't?
I
Well,
heard. Yeah, I don't do TikTok.
I
I
did get
don't.
off of it because what you
Well,
heard is true.
I
It,
only follow very few people, and Shauna's one of them.
Okay, well, I have to go on then and follow
Yeah.
Shauna. I
yeah.
know my son gets on there and he laughs at people. He said it's hysterical sometimes.
Oh
Yeah, she
yeah, some of
doesn't do
those
those
people.
silly. Well, she doesn't. Well, she's had a few silly videos, but she usually talks, sense.
Hmm.
I do the same thing that I did on my YouTube videos. I stopped YouTube for a few different reasons, but it really started like around Christmas time last year, and I haven't been on much, if at all. I pop in and say hello from time to time, but I really hadn't been on. Life. I had
Yeah, I
a
don't go into too many chats anymore either, Shauna. Hardly any.
I don't either.
I just too much nonsense going on. I don't want to deal with
Well,
it.
I
yeah,
can't keep up. I
I
just can't
know.
keep up. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know who half these people are, and I'm not in the mood to find out.
Well, that's part of it too. Is I don't
Yes.
recognize a lot of the people
Hmm.
in chats anymore.
I
I
don't
mean,
either. And I'm like,
I
and I
used
just
to
don't
go
want
a
to be
lot.
involved in it. It's like utter ridiculous. It's just
Isn't it?
so I go in a few once in a while, but I've been doing other things. Hey,
I,
I'm a pickleball player now, ladies. I'm proud of
I
myself.
know. What is
Yeah.
that? You got to
Oh
show
my
us what
God, it's
pickleball is.
so much fun. I'll do a video of me and Denise. We're teammates. She works with me. She's
Yeah.
a coach with me up at the rink. We both coach together. So she said she wanted to play pickleball, and I wanted to play pickleball. So we started a few weeks ago. And I'll tell you what, it is so much
My
fun.
sister plays
We like,
it. She loves it
yeah,
too.
I
She loves
love
it.
it. I'm addicted to it. I really am.
I guess we got
We
to
go
start
two
it
days a
because she
week.
said the same thing. It's fun. I mean, you get four
It's
players
fun.
and it's just like, it's like tennis, but they're squares and you just pass, back and forth.
Yes.
It's like tennis and what is it? The birdie, the little
Ping
birdie.
pong.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
Or
It's like
the other one,
tennis. It's in between tennis and ping pong.
ping pong,
It's not as
strenuous.
it's as tennis, but more than ping pong. And it's really funny because I used to play tennis and Denise used to always do ping pong. And so we're trying to figure out, because I got to remember you don't have a swing like you do in tennis. It's more of an up thing. It's like you hit it, but you use your paddle different. It's really a lot of fun. And Denise and I play one-on-one all the time. We practice so we get a lot of exercise because when you're playing doubles, you're not running as much. But when you know what I mean? You're not moving as much. But when you play singles, you're moving a lot. So her and I play against each other a lot. And then we play with couples too. So we have a lot of fun. We do.
That's what my sister, they play with couples and she said they had fun.
Yeah, I like
She
doing
goes, you should
singles
try
because you
it.
get more yeah,
Pickleball.
doing singles is harder because
Yeah,
you get more
pickling.
exercise. Right. It's fun. It's really fun
Shauna,
pickling.
I said that number.
It's a great
I can
sport.
text you with it, I guess.
So the rackets are squarish.
Well, there's some oblong, there's different shape ones, and there's
Oh, the
different kind of
rackets?
grips too. Because I have two paddles. One,
That's
the
because I
grip was
gave you
too
the
big
wrong
for me
number.
because I have
Oh,
really small
Jesus. Okay.
hands.
I'm just looking. I Googled it because I wanted to see what it was. And
Yeah, and
it does kind
I
of look
grip.
like a
Yeah,
cross.
you have to have the weight and the grip. I've gotten used to learning that, so I got a new paddle. new paddle and has a smaller grip on it, where my other paddle has too big of a grip because I have small hands, so I needed something with a smaller grip. I think I have a 4-inch grip, whereas some of them are more. The other one's a lot bigger, so I can hold on to it better. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's different grips, there's different weights, and also there's different shapes of paddle. Now I'm using a beginner intermediate paddle, but I have a little bit of advantage. Me and Denise both do, because I used to play tennis and Denise used to play ping pong all the time. So it's, it's just a little different. It is different. I keep on swinging it like you'd swing a racket for tennis, and you don't do it that way. So it's fun.
How often do you play? I mean, do you need to be in shape to play this?
No, we go on different days, but we do go Wednesday mornings when the beginners go. And there's a lot of older people. A lot of older people play pickleball. And then we'll go on opposite days where we go later in the afternoon when we're both not working, because our schedules are pretty much the same, where we're not working and we just play one-on-one. Her and I, we just practice and play ourselves, And then we play with couples too. We play couples. So we're doing 2 days a week. We're going to move it up to 3.
Is the pickling ball the same thing as a tennis ball, or is it different?
No, it's different. It's like a wiffle ball. It's like a wiffle ball.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense, because the racket.
And there's outdoor ones and indoor ones. Now, the outdoor one has smaller holes, where the indoor one has bigger holes, because the wind will take it. If you have an indoor and you're using it outside, the wind will take it more. So you want to use an outdoor ball.
So it's a light ball then. It's not a heavy ball.
Yes, it's
yeah. Okay.
You don't have to have a really good swing.
What was that one that we used to hit with the birdie over the net? What was that called?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Yeah.
That's what my sister said. It's like badminton.
It's sort of like
play that
badminton.
when I was a kid.
Me too. I used to like to whack it.
Yeah.
And they would yell at me. It's not a ball.
We both just worked 2 days a week, so we decided to do this. And then when we were retired, we decided to do this, both of us, because we both love sports, her and I. We're a lot alike, me and Denise. We've been friends for, oh my God.
I have a sister named Denise.
Since we were young girls. Do you?
Yes. I have a sister named Denise. Okay, Shauna, which one is it?
What are you showing?
It's the second one, 937, not 938. It's 937, everything else.
That's why I was like, it said that going through.
No, I typed it in wrong. I typed it 938. I don't know why.
You make me laugh. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit.
But it is when you play one-on-one, it's high energy. When you're playing one-on-one, it's a lot more energy, because there's nobody to help you. You're going after that ball by yourself. And that's what we like to do. Well, we warm up like that, and then later on we'll play with other people. So it's fun. And you get to wear the little tennis outfits. You get to wear the little tennis outfits.
Aww.
Well, do you get to wear the outfits? Aww.
Yes, everybody does. When you go there, everybody has them on.
The last thing anybody ever wants to see me in is a fucking tennis skirt. Could you imagine? Oh my God.
I agree.
Blinding people. That would be my advantage. I would blind my opponent immediately.
Because I was always a tomboy growing up. So for me, I mean, I hated wearing dresses. I always liked to be in.
I was never a tomboy, but I liked
and
sports.
shorts.
I just wasn't a tomboy, but I like sports. Well, I like those kind of sports, like basketball. I suck at basketball.
Oh, I love basketball, baseball. Those are my favorite.
I suck at baseball.
Oh, but it's fun. I was in a softball league, and we called ourselves the Bad News Bears in the beginning, because we did. We all were like, nobody could get it together, and then 2 sisters joined. And let me tell you, that changed the whole dynamic, because they were freaking awesome. I mean, they were professional softball players. So once they got in, and we just all clicked, and I played center field. I loved it position. I played center field. Yeah. And one time I caught it and I threw it to home plate, because the runner from second was coming in. She freaking dropped the ball. It was right there. All you had to do was catch it because I couldn't have threw it any more perfect to the catcher. And it bounced out of her, and then she's running in a circle looking for it. And I'm like, it's at your feet, you dumb. I was so pissed. I threw my mitt down. I was kicking it. I was so mad. And my,
I mean, I'm athletic, but I'm not that complete tomboy type athletic, you know, like even in skating, I'm athletic, but I'm more artistic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm more
Yeah.
artistic. Now,
Well-
pickleball, me and Denise are both more artistic skaters.
What happened to Shauna now? She's not
I
connected.
don't know. Where'd you go,
Jumped out.
Shauna?
She's backstage, but it says her
Says
device
she's not connected.
It must be.
It's got to be StreamYard or something.
Yeah, it has to be StreamYards because I usually never have
Jonathan,
that
it
big of
says
a
you're not
problem.
connected either. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I don't see what happened.
There's Jonathan.
Jeff-
Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Let's see.
I have a wedding to go to.
Hey,
I'll be
Jeff
coming towards
Crumpler.
you, Carla,
How are
tonight.
You're going to a wedding tonight?
Yeah.
Are you? Nice.
Yeah, you know what? Some people have Friday weddings. Yeah, it'll be down in Pittsburgh. It's right downtown Pittsburgh. I don't want to say where, Carla.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't want to say where,
But
but
still, that's so fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to a wedding in a long time.
I haven't been to. I've never been to a Friday wedding. It's always Saturdays. This is my first Friday wedding ever.
I'm like, uh-oh. Shauna.
Shauna, where are you?
Well, because I text her, I said it's me, and she goes, who is this? And for a second that she puts I was like, oh, did she give me the wrong number again? Everyone, please remember to hit that like button. Well, thank you, Jeff. That was very nice of you.
Carla, can you hear
Listen
me?
to Jeff and hit that like button.
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Jesus.
You
Oh my
kept,
God.
Shauna,
it kept saying
Shauna,
your devices
get back
were
up here,
not
Shauna.
connected.
Yeah, Shauna, damn it.
Damn it.
Get your earth.
Damn it, Shauna.
Sweet Pea. Hi, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Still
There
got
she
a
is.
long road to go, but you know what? I don't have to carry Big Bertha around with me, Marge. I called her, and you know, the drain tubes and
That's gone, right?
This is going to be real quick. So I'm going to say it. Carla, I love you. None of this, I love you. Shauna,
love you too.
Coach, Will, I love you.
I love you,
Yeah, we
Jonathan.
love you too,
He always
Jonathan.
does that. I love him.
Please.
I'm
You're
going
We
like
love
the most
you.
positive person on YouTube. You're such a great
Like
guy.
mwah and a mwah.
Mwah.
I'm doing good, Sweet Pea. Thank you for asking.
You're such a sweetheart.
He is, isn't he?
Sweet boy.
Yes, he is.
I always call him a boy because he just seems like such a kid to me.
He's a youngin.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
get
he's
that
only
vibe
like
too,
what?
like
How
he's
old are
in
you,
his
John?
20s.
Oh, he left. I think he's like 25.
He hopped down. He's like, he's in
I'd
his
still marry him in
early
a New York minute,
20s.
though. I'm only 43.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not that old.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sweet Pea. Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting like, you know, stuff that aggravate me now and then. And if I say stop it now, it's not to you guys, it's to the little needling pains that I'm getting.
Oh.
I yell at them often, going, knock it off. I was on the phone with my mom and she goes, who are you talking to? I go, my no boobs.
You laugh more about everything than anybody I know that's gone through some serious, serious surgery.
Yeah,
I
it was
know
like,
I was a big baby with mine. I was a big baby.
but you had major surgery too, Carla.
That's
Don't
what
cut
we
yourself
did.
short either.
Yeah.
So
It's a little
Okay.
bit different. Yeah.
The first time you look at
When you're
yourself,
messing with
you
the
see-
inside organs,
Right.
like, you know, it's,
yeah. And
And
you
Well,
had,
it's important to
Staples.
remember, too, that everybody perceives pain differently. So we could
Mhm.
all
Yes.
have the same procedure, and each one of us is going to have a different experience and a different pain
Right.
tolerance.
well, here, Tawanda's mom, a week after I had my surgery, she had hers. And she just had them taken off and she said, what did she tell Tawanda? I was laughing. She goes, she just doesn't want to go through that, what you're going through. So she's just going to put them in the drawer. When she wants to have some boobs, she'll bring them out and put them on.
That's what I was trying to tell you. I've had every kind of boob
Right.
you can think
So-
of, girl. And I can make your boobs small one day in a cute dress and huge the
Right.
next day if you want to. So
If you want, there you go.
just text
So
me
she
and
was like,
I'll let you know.
she was telling, and I said, how is she doing, by the way? And she goes, great. She's got her drain tubes the drain tubes are gone. She didn't have the medevac like I had. So it was a little bit different. And the medevac, how can I explain this, you guys? They put these triangular shaped purple, like, it's like soft like a sponge, but they're hard. If they felt soft, they told me that's when you got to rush back in because that means it's not working. And then they stick these tubes on each of where your nipple would be, and it's like a vacuum. And then they put this clear tape. It's stretchy. It reminds me of cellophane, but it sticks. Okay, think of that. All over the front of you. All right.
geez.
And it
My sister
itches like a
didn't have
mother
that.
effer. It itches like I would get blisters under them.
She was driving herself crazy because
It was terrible. The blisters were
I
terrible.
can't
You
stand
have
it.
the
I can't
expanders
stand
in,
it.
don't you? You have the
Yes,
expanders.
I have the expanders, and those things hurt like a bitch. They
I
do.
know.
I was showing Carla this morning, and I go, okay. And I go, I'm just going to give you a little peek. See what's sticking out right there on the top? And she's like, oh, but they look so much better. And I'm like, yes, they are
do.
because,
Of
They
all
do
the
look
things
better.
that we can do in medical marvels today, how come one doctor has not invented a way for people to donate fat? I could
yes,
give
thank you.
every single person that wanted a boob or a butt.
Me
I could
too.
supply North America with BBLs
There you go.
and breast implants. And I would look so fucking good.
Maybe it doesn't.
Doctor,
Maybe
we
it
could
doesn't
all
take.
be rich. Why isn't anybody
Yes.
on this?
Well, he said when he was doing mine
Oh,
that,
agreed.
because I kind of asked and he said that he goes in and he'll take some fat from your stomach or your back, and then he puts in, then, they fill, what they're going to start doing now, because I got to go Thursday, I think they're going to start filling in the saline into the boobish area. And these, what did you call them? Enhancers? What did you call them, Coach?
Extenders.
Extenders.
Extenders, yeah.
I call them
Expanders.
stretchers, whatever.
Stretchers, extenders, yeah.
Because they stretch your skin. And that has to stay in there because that's got to expand,
Yeah, so they can put the implants in. That's what that's for.
Right. And
Mhm.
that's because everybody's saying, how long do you have to have that? And I said, to go and get the boobies done,
Well, when
Yeah.
she showed us,
It's a
when
long
she
process,
because
but you'll
she
be
did
fine.
show us, it looked like it didn't look. It looked like she had boobs still. Like to me, it looked like that.
Yeah.
I still,
Because she
that's for the
showed it
fluid
to us.
because you're so swollen
Yeah,
and,
you
the
have to be
drain.
swollen for it could be up to
Right.
like 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the
really?
drains the drains that I'm wearing, that was what it was. They weave the tube. See, these enhancers have holes all the way around it, and it's like a flower. And then he weaves the tube all the way around, and then it comes out of your side by your ribs. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when the medevac, and then you get this big teardrop shaped thing that, will light up and let you know when you're fully charged or when you're not, or it'll constantly give you this aggravating beep, beep, and that means there's air leak. I
Oh,
figured
see,
that. And the reason why I got it is
lets you
because
know.
I had a blister under the plastic, and she said that'll cause an air leak because you've got water. Boom. So I had to go back in to the doctor, and she cut around it and then retaped it, and then it was still beeping. So she was like, she would just put her finger around different places. And then the last one, it was on my right side. I says, why is the right one being such a diva bitch? Why? And she started laughing. She goes, she goes, is that the one that I said, no, it was the left one. She's being quiet. She's like happy over here. She's like, coloring is great. This one, she's got all kind of, scarring and
Well, she's
I
like, well,
go,
you didn't have to take me, bitch. So now.
right, exactly. So now I'm going to give you shit for it.
Ladies,
And
I'm
I
going
told my
to,
surgeon.
I'm going, I'm, I'm going to jump down, ladies, because I want to go take a shower. It takes me
Hold
forever
on.
to
Wait
dry
a
my
minute.
Amy.
hair.
I object to this. First of all, you asked me a question about my life, and you started talking about pickling balls, and now you're going to get off and go take a shower? No.
You say pickling balls. You said
Pickling
pickling balls.
So fucking rude. It makes fun of me about having to go out and flush from the well at night they have in the woods. I mean, you're just so. I don't talk to you
Donna's
for
got a
months,
dirty
and
mind.
this is
She
how
thought
you
you
treat
said
me.
pickling balls.
You're in your pickling balls. It's for,
Pickling balls.
look at Jonathan with the eyes. He's like, huh?
And she goes, because I said she had to go out in the middle of the woods to go get wet.
You make fun of my water process. I'm telling you, we're not all privileged with running water, okay?
She had to get the water cold, so it
I
took a
tried to get the remote from the well to my backyard, and it didn't work.
And you know, she skips to my loo to go to the well because she's having to get some water from my well.
Well, I don't have to skip. I just prefer to skip. That's a personal choice.
She just
She
prefers to skip.
She does the walk.
It's really because all the woodland creatures sing to me while I do so. I prefer to skip, but that's a personal choice.
That's okay. That's a good personal.
So now you can't get down because she's going to answer your question, whichever. What was it again? I forgot.
No. Okay, now I'm gonna make her wait for it. Now I'm gonna make her call me personally.
You kids.
We actually have a date on Sunday, so now she has to wait to find out how I'm doing.
Good
I'm gonna go back
girl.
on mute, make her wait till Sundays. She's gonna actually have to call me and find out how I'm doing.
Okay.
Now you're
Well,
done.
can I ask you up here before I go take a shower?
No. She's like, no, screw you. I'm going to be like the right boob. I'm going to be a diva bitch.
Sorry, I've got right. I'm like Nanya's right boob. I gotta go do something. I gotta go get some more water.
Oh, well, water.
Nothing is sacred in here. Nothing. Nothing is sacred.
You should hear the
Okay,
first time
honey.
when Shauna and I were talking on the phone, I told her the name of my gynecologist. I thought she was going to die.
Every time Nanya and I get on the phone, we do nothing but laugh. It's
I
so
know.
crazy. It's crazy. No, that's not true. We laugh and we cry. We really do go through we have the best conversations. We go through every plethora of emotions.
We do, Shauna.
It's great conversations.
Yeah, we have great conversations. We do.
Yeah.
You know what? Get the three of us on the phone. We'll never shut up.
Oh, I know. Really?
Oh my God, Nanya made me actually pee my
Peter
pants.
Pan. Yep.
Seriously, she was so funny that night, and I barely.
She loves it when I get mad at my
I
husband because it all comes
peed
out
my pants because she made me laugh so much, and I'm
every
I
time.
can't believe I admitted that.
But she did. But she said to me, because I was so mad at him, because that's when we were in Michigan at the time, and he was using this Diet shampoo, and he got it on the shower curtain, and I said, the frick is wrong with you? How do you just can't pour it in your hand, you gotta make it splash all over it was on the tub, and I'm telling her, I said, can't come off, it's like dye, and it was stained. So I'm complaining like you would not believe, and he comes in, and I'm like, how did you wash your hair? How do you get things
How many
everywhere?
hairs did you have to dye?
I did. I was being a bitch.
Seriously, ladies, I do have to get down and take a shower because the
I know
wedding
you have other things going on, honey. So we'll talk on Sunday. But I love you.
Yeah, we'll talk on Sunday. I will see you guys.
Love you, Coach. Thanks for coming up. Thank you.
What'd you say, Sean? I didn't hear you.
I'm glad you came up so we can
talk.
talk.
I wanted to when I figured I'll come up for a little bit. So, okay.
I want to get Bailey Vex up here, but she never comes up.
I'll talk to you guys
It's come
later.
up a
I'll
few
talk to you,
times.
Shauna, on Sunday, okay?
Okay, honey, have a good
Bye,
weekend, okay?
You
Shauna.
too.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
I mean, Coach, Shauna's
Love
still
you
here.
too, and I'm glad you're doing
Are
good.
you
Bye,
pushing her
Carla.
out the door?
Carla,
No,
Carla,
Stop it.
thanks for letting me come up.
Oh,
well,
no
thanks for
problem.
Bye.
coming up.
You're always
Bye.
welcome. You know that.
Yeah. Bye, honey. Oh my God. Shauna.
Yes.
As everybody was saying Shauna, so that's why I said Shauna.
That
Thanks for
was so, but if you would have heard her, she
when
was
I get
so mad
bitchy, I don't stop. And I'm just like, and so she was laughing hysterically the whole time. And then he came walking in and I was like, what did you do? This is never going to come up. I tried this. And
at
he goes,
you.
okay, okay, I'll
You
give it up. I'll
guy
give it.
the
And
3 hairs you have left on your
I was so mad.
Oh
I
my
was. And
I
he
was
turns
like,
around and
this
looks
is
at me
so
and I go, what? What? And you know, when I say that, my head shakes like, what? And I give you that Italian look, you know, my head goes forward. I go, what?
she was
Get the
giving
fucking thing clean. He did. He got it off. He goes, come here.
Oh, that's
Come here.
so
I want
funny.
to show. He goes, I got it off. I go, no, you didn't. And I went in, I go,
Okay, so
you
this is
got
an
it off.
example of what we talk about. We
Right.
don't do the whole big dramatic things when we're talking privately. And honestly, I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to know what's going on. But oh, here comes Michelle.
You know what, you guys?
Michelle
I think there's
Pee-Pee.
nothing sexier in the world than an Italian man. And you know what makes me stop going after an Italian man? The
What?
Italian woman. The sister, the
Yeah.
mother that he's going to have
Yeah.
in his life. Italian women are beautiful and fucking crazy. They're
We
passionate
are.
and loving, but when they get mad, God help you. And I never want to piss off an Italian woman. So
It's true.
I will
It's very
admire
true.
from afar. I will hook up with
Yeah.
non-discreetly, but I would never marry an Italian man. Except for Vinny Capizio, who's coming to my house. No, I'm kidding.
I remember when I was this husband that I have now, he's a Heinz 57. So he's more Irish, has some German in him, Norwegian, you know, but Irish. And Irish, let me tell you, they got tempers too. So it's
Yeah.
fun when we both go at it because
But
I
Irish
stand right up
men
to
and
I'm like
women.
5 feet tall. He's 6 feet. And when I get pissed, I hit him with my chest. I go, what? What? And he's just like, woman.
I'm picturing little Nadia taking her big tall husband on for size. Like,
I'm telling, and he's even said to people, he
And
goes,
he's scared of her.
he goes,
yeah.
no, he says he's used to, but he's like, he tells people when I start to get, he goes, don't get her started. Please don't get her started. And he's like, he goes, she punched me one time and holy shit. He couldn't, he even said, we were joking around because he was playing. I go, that hurt. And I went with my right and I boom right on him. And he's like, fuck, what the fuck? He goes, that hurt. I said, well, so did that. So there, we're even. And he goes, that was so fast. He didn't expect it. That's why, because it was like reflex for me. You know, that's why I don't like play fighting because the play fighting always gets into like hurting and don't hurt me.
Well, but
Yeah.
somebody always gets hurt and it turns serious after that, right?
Right.
I don't like the play fighting too much either,
No.
'cause for that reason. It's like someone always goes a little too hard, or you whack somebody the wrong way by accident.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He goes, she threw a punch at me and fuck, man, that hurt. And he looked at me and he's like, you know, because I know sometimes I test him and I could see it in the look. And when he gives me that look, I go, what? You want to pull on that thread?
Man, Italian women, don't test them.
And my
That's
girlfriend,
Italian women.
she's Sicilian too. And holy shit. I thought I was bad. You should hear her. And her husband, same thing, is taller and bigger. And, you know, when both of them because he's Italian as well, so both of them will get going, and he's like, no, fuck you. And she goes, what you say, motherfucker? And she starts, I go, oh, shit, here we go. Here we go. But it's funny. I start laughing then. And then she goes, that's right, you better fucking walk away. You know better.
But on the opposite side of that, you know what is awesome is watching Italian women do something that they love, whether it's
Mhm.
cooking, it could be fixing a fucking carburetor. If they're doing something that they love, they're so passionate. It's like watching a dance
Art.
almost. Yeah,
I
it is.
love to cook. And so does my girlfriend. We both love it.
The
She
way that,
cooks and she bakes and she's like pristine at it.
yes, the way that they move, I don't, it's
Hmm.
just amazing. And they could be listening to you could just don't watch them without them knowing that you're watching them. It is
Yeah.
like an
Yeah. I
art
can't stand
show.
it. If you come in the kitchen when I'm cooking, I'm like, what? What do you want?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
watching you. And I go, don't.
No, it's
And
so
I used to tell my boss that because when I would I had a question, something with, I think I was doing something with Excel and, stand on the side of me and I'll show you. But when you're over my back, I whipped around. I go, why are you behind me? I don't like that. Don't stand behind. Don't ever stand behind me. Stand here. Don't stand here. And he's like, he puts his hands up. Oh, okay. And he goes, that Italian, when you get that, it's going, I could tell. That's why I said, I don't like you standing behind me. That's even when I'm like walking, and if somebody's behind me walking and I notice they're walking the same way I'm going, I'll stop and step aside and let them walk by because I don't trust people. You never know, Shauna. What happened? Why everybody get quiet?
I'm just thinking about what you said. That's all. That you step aside and let them go by. That's a smart idea, but at the same time, you're allowing them to get very close.
It's like, why are you so close to me, walking behind me? So that's why I step aside and let them walk by.
Okay.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, Bailey knows because Bailey's also Greek, so she's very passionate too.
Yeah.
It's
Greeks
the
are
European.
another. Yeah.
Yep. And my daughter, I was married to a Greek, so my daughter is Italian and Greek, and
Yeah,
I'm a
I
little
would
Spanish.
consider Greeks and Italians almost the same. Their
They
men
are.
are very,
Yeah.
very gorgeous, and the food is
My
great.
daughter
The
loves
food is
Greek
great.
men.
And
Yeah.
Greek women are very feisty. Feisty. You don't want to piss them. You know who else too? And they're not. It's not an ethnic thing. They're very different. Germans. German women never fuck with German women. German women will fuck you up, man.
I
I
had a
don't
German
know.
girlfriend and she wasn't like that at all.
Oh
She just
man.
didn't, she just didn't like fighting and she didn't like arguing. So when she saw it, she kind of would just walk away.
I knew a German woman. She drove a shuttle bus, and she was the nicest person all the time.
Yeah.
Very peppy, peppy. I saw her mad one day. I thought she was going to have to get arrested. Like she was pissed off. And you know what was even scarier was this was around September 11th, and she was mad at the regulations that were. I mean, it wasn't really. She was used to things. We were going to have a beer after work, and she forgot her license and they would not serve her. We were all 21 to 23 or 4. We were all very young. So we all got carded. And she was so fucking pissed. I thought she was going to punch the bartender. Like I really did. And I was just like, listen, let's just go somewhere. We'll go buy some beer and we'll go somewhere to reduce yourself. So I tried to calm her down. But I thought she was going to take someone out. I was like, it took me a while to calm her down too. And then I saw her really, really fuck up her husband. Not physically, but just like a mentally, made this big man, feel like he was 2 inches tall. And I was like, oh, God bless you, honey. I hope I never piss you off.
No.
And she told me that all the women in her family are like that. Like, awesome.
Yeah, that's how my sisters are like that. But I have a sister she'll tell you how it is, but she tells you in a way, like I said, you don't know. She just tell me off.
Mm-hmm.
And my little sister is kind of like me. When she gets bitchy, but she does the Italian thing. Oh, forget about it. I'm like, oh, shut up, you dago. What the hell are you talking like that for?
Oh my God.
She starts
Really?
laughing. And then my brother is like, we all, like my mom said, all my kids have tempers, but this one, when she points to me, she takes after she's a combination of my sister and my husband. And I'm like, whatever. You guys
I don't
told
know if
me
you've ever
don't take
heard
shit
her
from people.
at
Huh?
her peak. I don't know if these guys have heard her. I know Michelle has.
Michelle has.
At her peak, yeah.
I have
You
what?
have more than Michelle had, though.
Heard Nunya when she gets mad.
What?
When I get mad.
Only on YouTube
Yeah.
I've heard it. It's nothing I would want to
she
come
doesn't
across.
get mad at us. I don't think we've ever fought.
No.
I think before, if we had something to say to each other, we would say it privately.
Yeah.
But other
No,
than
we go and
that,
talk.
one time I pissed her off on my channel because I told her to shut the fuck up.
Me
I
and
was there.
Simon.
I
It
was
was
around
just,
for that.
no, it
I
was
was
me
there.
and Simon. You said
As
it
soon
to.
as I said it, I apologized because I knew but I was trying to say something to somebody and they weren't letting me say it. So I said, "Well, you shut the fuck up." I said it that loud. And then I
She said it loud. Well, what made it funny though is Simon, because he kept saying, "Shut the fuck up." And I started laughing. But
Simon didn't make it better because he said, "Shut the fuck up." Shut the fuck up.
He kept mocking her, and it was making me laugh. But then I jumped down. I'm like,
Oh, she wasn't happy with me.
backstage, I was not happy, but and she did apologize. And when someone says they're sorry, I accept that. I can.
Because I was like, I had to explain to her. I was trying to say something. Someone asked me something in the chat, and I was trying to answer them, and they weren't.
And she couldn't because Simon was laughing. He was making me laugh. It's his fault because Heavy D kept reading nursery rhymes and the meanings, and I'm like, really, are we going to be doing this today? And Simon's like, boring. So it was his fault. He kept making me laugh. He said what I was thinking, really strange, but Simon gets me, and he knows, and he'll just say it, and I was like, he goes, I know, Nanya, I got you. So, and he's still to this day, he's like that.
Simon is hilarious. If you guys ever get a chance to talk to Simon behind the scenes,
he is hysterically funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and the time that I got mad and I went, on someone's live and I was bitching at him, I was like, because they kept taunting me, and I go, Simon, hold my beer. He goes, uh-oh, I'm going to put my headphones on. And then when I came back, he was even fired up even more, and he goes, the moment, he swear up a store.
Somebody backtracked, and then they tried to make it look like it was never said, and it was. So she got mad and she goes, Simon, hold my beer.
Well, I don't know if this is the same person that you're talking about, but I do know that there was one person on YouTube who really pissed her off, and she went ham. She went ham. And
Is that when I first came back to Carla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the cat lady?
No, the cat lady, yes.
Yeah, she did get mad at her.
Well, here's the thing. She came up purposely. She had something to say to Carla, and she told me and Frenchie to be quiet. I've got something to say. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to say a fucking word. And I muted my mic, and I was letting her talk. Didn't say anything until the part where she was like, and why are you talking to Nanya again? She hates you. And I was like, man, I turned on my mic and I hit my table so hard. I was like, now you did it, bitch. Now you fucking did it. That was it.
The dragon.
Well, we had talked. Nanya and I had really been estranged for a while. And then we had talked. She reached out to me first. And then we talked and we hashed everything out. Because I don't care what anybody says. Nothing is unsolvable on here. Because it's not real life.
Well, and I mean, you guys were so fucking close. It was stupid to be fighting for that long.
In the first place,
in my opinion, it was stupid to let it go.
When someone tries to sit there and tell you, well, she loathes you. She can't. It wasn't just she doesn't like you. She loathes you. She hates you. She said this. She said, I said, I
And
know.
why? Because you heard her vent some shit, some talking shit one time.
Right.
So now
Right.
she loathes you. That's
Right.
bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
I
That's a
mean,
manipulative
and
comment.
thank you.
It had
That's
all
why
been
I
hashed
said
out.
you started this shit, not me, because I was quiet. I just let you talk and okay, go. And I thought she was going to say what she had to say and she was going to go down. That didn't happen.
No.
And then try to get me to shut up when I'm mad? Nope, that's not going to happen.
No, you
And
gotta
I just kept going. And all I kept saying was, I'm going to ride you like a fucking donkey, bitch. And
as
I'll
soon
be
as
honest,
you
there's
hit the unmute button, you were like, you just flicked the bitch switch.
yep, that's exactly what I told her. You just flip my bitch switch now. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just that, Shauna. It was just it was because of us having a falling out, which I don't even know what the fuck happened. I just know one day I came up and she has me blocked and I was like, oh, okay, we're going to do that now. That's fine. You know, I don't give a shit because it's not that serious. It's YouTube. You're irrelevant now. Bye. Bye, bitch. I don't care. But when you start she kept going up on Carla's and talking shit about me that wasn't even that didn't happen. No, 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 no. We're going to get something straight here. That did not happen. Don't fucking get up there and lie. And she does lie. She has a tendency to lie. It's been proven. So I'm going to call her out for it.
Well, the thing is, we hashed it out before. We had talked for how many hours on the phone?
Oh God, it was like 3-4
I
hours.
told her all the stuff that I said some shit.
You know what, guys?
About
I'm
her.
going to change the subject because I don't want I don't want any of us to get accused of talking
Yeah.
shit about somebody and
Yeah,
then
true.
causing a big back and forth.
Right.
I think
Right.
that's a good idea, Shauna. Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't mean to bring all that up. My whole point was that I had experienced one time some of your hotness, and it was
Traces.
nothing I wanted to
Traces.
experience. You know,
Yeah.
I get there's a part of me that gets scared of that level of, well, not, I don't know, a level of anger in me because it used to be when I was younger and a lot more toxic. It used to be so nasty. I found now that when I get angry, even really angry, I'm able to at least think about what I'm going to say first, but there's still a little bit of me that gets scared about hurting someone so bad that I can't walk it back or I can't take it back.
Yeah,
So
and I mean, I don't know if you're like
myself.
me, but I don't feel good if I hurt somebody. I don't.
No,
feel
I
good
don't.
about
I don't
me.
want to hurt somebody. I don't ever want to hurt somebody where I can't mend the relationship. I don't ever want to burn a bridge with anybody that I can't fix later if there's
Right.
any possibility of fixing it.
No, because like I told Carla, I says when we had the falling out, I was like, I'm done. And then it is what it is. I stopped talking about her. I didn't even watch anything. You're done. Okay. I'm not going to, there's no reason to. I'm not like that. I'll take my lumps, my hits, and I go my way, you do yours, and we're done. But we did have a couple words that because things were said on a live, and I had made my comment to her, and then I just happened to see her one day. I think you were in Trisha's live in the side chat, and you said, I never had anything. I don't have anything against Nadia. And that's when the light bulb went off. And I said, you know what? It's been a year and a half. We need to talk. And I called her. And she was shocked. And what broke my heart when she said, I always had a special place in my heart for you. I just want you to know that. And I was like, holy shit. Stop talking.
Of course, you guys are good friends. Come on now.
Right.
Well,
Right.
yeah, when you've shared that much intimate stuff with someone, you can't but help, a certain way about someone.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's human nature to get pissed off at people that you care about. It's
Mhm.
human nature to want to break from people that you care about. But I don't know, at least for me, I don't stop loving people. I can't physically make myself love somebody and then just stop. I don't.
Stop. Look,
Yeah.
yeah.
People that I
Turn
knew
off
when I
a
was
button and
16
say
years
that's it.
old that I've never talked to, and I still love some version of that person. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe I'm a softie. Maybe I'm a fucking schmuck. I don't know. But I don't stop loving people, and I don't stop caring about them, wondering that they're okay, making,
I'm the same way.
wishing them well. So I don't know.
I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I understand it.
Good, thank you.
I got you too.
Yeah, Michelle is, yeah, I've seen her get pissy too and bitchy and like, nah, see, we all got a little bit of bitchy craziness in us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's more compassion too. I mean, I just leave people alone. I don't want to, if we're mad at each other, we'll stay mad. You know, one of these days we'll come back and talk about it and it'll be over with. I don't like to do
Yeah.
that. And that's what happened. We just started talking and the next thing you know, we're just talking about everything. And she kept saying, I missed you. And I said, you know what? I did too, but I didn't. I'm the type of person, I'm stubborn. So if I tell you I want nothing to do with you, I won't come. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll stay away. But, and it does sometimes I'd see her and I was like, I wonder how she's doing, you know? And
And
there's times, I mean, we
stubbornness.
get like, even now, we'll get a little pissy and we'll say,
Sure.
I'll tell her, and then it's
Yeah.
done. It's over with. She knows how I am.
Yeah.
And she just like, she doesn't.
She accused me of something one time, and then they said, "Oh, well, aren't you going to explain it to her?" I said, "No, she'll come back," and she did.
Because I get
I've
hot
heard
and
you
then
guys
I'm
get,
over
when you
it.
guys used
did
to come on
not.
every Tuesday and Thursday. Occasionally you would get bitey at each other.
Yeah.
And it never went any further than that for me. I don't know if y'all talked about it further, but I've also listened to you for a long time together, so I know the nature of your friendship. Sometimes it's like that.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, if we have something not serious to say, we do it not on a live stream because
No,
Yeah.
that doesn't solve anything.
when it's
All
on
that
like
is-
that and we'll get a little nippy and then I laugh about it because I'm not going to get pissed off. There's times where I'm just like, oh my God. You know, but then I
You
get,
didn't say
okay,
that.
it's Carl. I call her Carl and she laughs because she knows because Trisha calls her that. So she's just like, that's Trisha's name. And I go, I know, I call you that when I get mad. Carl!
Oh, TNT coming in here would be a great cherry on top of the cake that of all the great people that I have seen in your
I
chat.
know.
It's been a wonderful chat. It's been going
You
on
know
for
what?
almost 3
And
hours.
her and I, we went at each other for a good long time.
Mhm.
After I had my surgery, she was one of the first people that came in
That
there
reached out to you. Yep.
that
She
reached
was.
out
I
me
used to be uncomfortable. She used to read you so fucking bad in your chats, and I was a mod
Oh
for you.
my
I used
God.
to like want to hide my face.
I would laugh. And she was all like, it's not funny. Yeah, I go, I
What's
think it's
really
funny. I'm
weird
sorry.
about that was it wasn't even our argument. It wasn't even our fight. Come to find out, because I asked her, I said, what the hell were we fighting about? And then she told me. And I said, that wasn't even our fight. And she
Sometimes
said,
I'd have to be like, yeah, but I love Carla, and like, and she always
Right.
said, I know, Shauna, I know.
Uh-oh,
and
I don't know, like,
Hooker. Did you see Hooker's comment? Excuse me, Shauna, but my fucking presence or my presence should be enough. She
of
told
course she
you.
is, Hooker.
Hooker is such a great person.
That's right, Bailey. If the feelings were genuine, you cannot just turn off a switch, right?
Yeah.
Well, Bailey and I had a falling out. I don't even remember what it was about, but
We did too.
we always
Mine was about the same person I was talking about before.
we
And
always stayed free. I mean, our love never stopped for each other. So I don't know. I just think sometimes
I think a lot of time is wasted with people on here. Just because of, I don't know if it's because you're just too stubborn, or I'm not saying you per
Yeah,
se.
no, I agree. I think
I'm just
some
saying-
people don't like looking at their actions, and that's hard.
right.
It's hard to mend or come to an understanding with those kinds of people because they don't want to take any responsibility or accountability. And those kinds of people, it's okay to like them. It's okay to, support them, but just know that your relationship with them is never going to go past a certain point. And you should always kind of stay guarded around yourself with those kinds of people. But that doesn't mean that you can't get along with them on a surface level. Then for me, when I come into contact with people and I have a connection with them, even when I feel some kind of way, even if it's to a point that I'm like, I got to separate myself. I can't talk.
Right.
I don't stop caring about those people. I just don't. I don't
It's
know
just
what
not,
it is.
it's
Step
not,
away.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I've engaged and found out that it does me no good to engage with people. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm to the point now where I'd rather just have fun on here, not worry about the drama. I mean, I'll watch it occasionally, but I just don't want to be involved in it.
Also, sometimes I think misunderstandings or miscommunications can be so easily solved by a plain conversation that I don't know, for some reason people are scared to have. I know I've been scared to have them or been scared to reach out to people because I feel like I'm going to be rejected or I feel like they're not I might be miscrediting them because I've assumed that they're not capable of having a good conversation, and it really does. You do a disservice to yourself because you could be keeping yourself from getting to know a great person or someone who other people think is a great person. And then there's just some fucking toxic people out there that you need to separate yourself from.
Totally.
Exactly.
Totally. Yes. Yes, I believe that. It's not even worth the argument anymore. It's just not, you're never going to get along. It's always going to be what it is. So,
Yeah.
But when
you know.
Nunya told her story in here, and she did tell her story, and she told what she was going through, there was people that came in here wishing her well that I never would have thought,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
would
what
have
I love
seen in
about
my
our
chat.
community,
And
honestly.
I said, I don't think there's one person that wished you anything bad on you. And even Randy and Wendy, reached out,
Mhm.
and all branch out and just said if she needed anything that she was just to call them or what.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard to swallow your pride and just let things go.
But a lot of people did come in and yeah, they did.
Well, and
Uh,
I know not so much you anymore, Carla, because you keep your circle pretty small. But when you're someone like a Randy or a Wendy, or I'm going to say someone on the opposing side, like Perplexed or even Tracy, you have, I don't know the size of Tracy's circle, but you have so many other people who are also invested in disliking the opposite side that it's almost impossible for you to mend fences with someone that you've quote unquote viewed as the opposition, because your support system, your friends, even people that you have made genuine friendships with, they're never going to understand. They're never going to get why you've gone over to the quote unquote enemy. And
And I've asked
that can
people,
be dangerous. That's why I like staying. You just brought up Randy and Wendy. I have a great relationship with Randy. And I've never privately or publicly mentioned that to you, Carl, and I have a great relationship with you.
oh,
So I think it's possible to build friendships with people that might be not get along or have differences of opinion and still keep yourself in a position where you don't have to be
well, Ginger
on a
Loft is
side.
a good example of that in me,
Who
because
is?
when I first came into this community, she was supporting MGL and I supported Laura. Don't ask me why, and don't ask her why, because it's totally different now. But we still managed to keep our friendship separate from that.
Sure. Yeah.
She would say stuff like, I know you don't know her, but she's my friend. And okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and change someone's mind about being about a friendship.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let that ruin a friendship for me because
Well, just like us,
Exactly.
I like people you didn't like. I respect her decision or feelings about it, and I just wouldn't talk around, because I know she's always going to say something negative about that person. So why even bring it up,
Yeah.
And then risk the thing that we're going to get into a fight because, you said something that I don't like. So
Yeah.
I just don't bring it up.
Well,
Just
this
don't.
brings up another great point. When you guys had your falling out, I never stopped liking or supporting or caring about or going to or seeing either one of you because I have hopes that you're going to mend fences. And then that way I'm not invested either way in the
Right.
outcome of you guys mending fences. Because when you pick a side, you are invested in not
That's
just
it.
the hurt that you've perceived, but now your own hurt. And you're going to feel some kind of way if that friendship gets back together.
I do remember
the worst
the one
thing.
time when you came on Carla's. This is when Carla and I wasn't talking. Not on her panel, but in the side chat, because I was watching. And you said, none of you can be really nice, but I remember she was saying something that I didn't like about me. And I was like, what? I never, ever said anything negative about you. Never. So whoever told you that, wrong. Because
Honestly, I don't
never.
remember. But if I promise you, Nanya, if it was something,
I was like
it
stunned because
wasn't something that someone told me. I must have perceived something incorrectly.
okay.
I don't. You should know me better than that. I don't go by other people's.
No, I know you know. That's why I was like, what? When?
Nanya said this about you, my next step is to go to Nanya and say, honey, did you say this about me? Never to be like, oh, I heard. No, I would never.
Well, I think she wanted to talk to you because she said to me,
Yeah, I remember. Now that I remember, you
Remember
saying
I
for
said I
a
need to
while.
talk to you because I was so stunned. And I'm like, and I'm trying to backtrack. I said, did I say something? Because honestly,
now I know
Shauna,
why.
we always were cordial with each other. Always.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, what? And I mean, I did the head shake. What?
Okay. In any of your conversations, I'm just knowing myself, and I wish that I remembered what that comment was about.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever said anything that could be perceived as, what's the word I'm looking for? Contradictory, about trans people or anything like that, or a trans person?
Mm-mm. No, because I know you and I know other people, and I make sure that I
Maybe it
don't
was
get
something
involved in that conversation.
Maybe it was something that I thought I was grouped in. Maybe a comment about somebody that I thought I was grouped in about. Is another thing I could see myself getting upset about.
Yeah, because I've never said anything derogatory or mean, because I always liked you. When we were in, always. There's nothing, there was no reason to dislike you.
Yeah.
You were always pleasant. You're funny, like you are now.
Do you remember what chat that was in?
Oh my God, it was Carla's.
Oh,
When I
wow.
wasn't talking to Carla's and it was when a bunch of she was getting was when the other two bitches were in there on her panel. And they were talking. It was a brief about me. And then you said, yeah, I remember that.
Oh.
Always liked her, but there was something that I heard she said or she said.
Let's talk privately. Because
Yeah.
and I'm wrong.
It's
It was
coming back?
something that I was told.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something. Okay, let's talk privately.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We will talk while the coffee.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll have a
coffee and a donut. And a donut. And Michelle, the same way. What I love about Michelle is we built a really good rapport together as friendships. And she'll have something going on and I'll give my opinion. And it's what it is. It's an opinion. You can take for what it's worth. You make up your own mind. Or I'll say something, or she'll call me out. She'll like, what's wrong, doll? You're just so high strung today. And I didn't even realize it. So you need that kind of, hey, put you back in line and say, what's going on?
Yeah.
Or, you
That's
know,
you. That's not you. That's
right.
gonna like this is not you. What's going on? Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. And when she did that, it stopped me and I was
Look at
like,
this
you
fucking
know
bitch.
what?
Look at Coach still reading me about my water system.
It's
I'm gonna make a GoFundMe
I'll make
now
a time
to
for,
get some running
because
water
she
in
has
my
to go
house
to the woods
because
tomorrow
I've
and get
been
her
so
water.
degraded by figure skating coach in my water system.
I'm gonna take time for Shauna to make the coffee because she has to go to the woods to get well.
Oh, you pickleball, you ball
You
hittering bitch.
pickleball,
Don't ever
you.
make fun of me about my water well.
And I had another friend too. She was Puerto Rican, and we would always have this joke between us with Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, you know, and she would, you cockroach, I go, you wet greasy back bitch. And she'd start laughing. You know? And we would just go, and we'd have fun. It was fun. And I never took her seriously. She never, that was the type of friendship we grew
Yeah.
in. And
I was friends with a really masculine lesbian. We went to college together, and she'd go, and she'd call me like she'd go, "Good morning, fairy," and I'd say, "Good morning, whatever her name was," and I'd say, "Did you build any houses on your way to work today?" And she'd go, "Yep, all ready for you to decorate." We would always rag on each other all the time.
See, and that's what I love. And like even now, Michelle and I will have heart talks about what's going on, and I'll give her my opinion again. And sometimes it's like she said, she goes, "No," I said, "I don't mean to be." Sometimes I get so passionate about it, and I'm like, "Want to shake you?" And she's like, "I said, I don't try not to be a bitch or." Get upset. She goes, "No, I'm not, because you're calling my shit out." And I appreciate that. It's like she calls me out sometimes,
Yeah.
and it was good because it made me stop and I'm like, okay, what did I do? And I stopped and thought, and then she was bringing it back and she's like, there's something going on because this is not you. You're on high gear. You seem really frustrated. And I went back and I go, you know what? You're right. And I started telling her and she goes, I knew something was wrong. Because that's not who you are.
Yeah.
You're always upbeat. You're always,
That's a
even when
good
you're in a good
friend.
mood. Yeah. So, and I told
Those
her
are
that.
people you got to keep around.
And I apologize. I said, I'm so sorry if that's how it's making you feel. I don't mean to make you feel that way.
Yeah.
So it's good to have people stop you. And I like that in a person that could say that to me and make me stop and think before I continue on,
Yeah, I like to be challenged on my bullshit too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and even if I'm not perceptive to it at the time, I always think about it.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Right. You
this is
think
something
back.
that I might need to correct, or
Because
even
you
if
can't,
it's
if you've got a person telling you something based on their feelings, you
yeah,
cannot say they're wrong. And I
right.
used to, I know this because I worked for a psychologist's office and we used to talk all the time when he was on downtime. And I would say things and we'd have back and forth sharing and ask him questions. And I said, but I feel like this. And he goes, then base it on your feelings. When you base something on your feelings and you tell that person, I felt this way because you hurt my feelings when you said this. They
Right.
can't say you're wrong on feeling that way.
Right.
That's how you feel. And they
That's
have to
what I
turn
mean by feelings aren't fact, because just because you've perceived
exactly
you
that way.
perceived someone hurting you doesn't mean that was their intention.
No,
Also, it doesn't mean that you need to be validated by everybody. You just need to get that feeling
right,
validated by the person that heard it. Does that make
right.
sense?
Makes a lot of sense because he used to tell me that same thing too. And he says, when you base it on a feeling, don't come at somebody an accusatory manner because all you're doing is making their feathers ruffle up because now they're in the attack mode.
Yeah, they
And
have to be defensive. Yeah.
exactly. So it makes you stop and think. And I was like, yeah, because he said, and it's the way, a lot of this is the way it's like, can't say the way you were raised, but you do. And your ethnicity is very high strung to begin with. You're passionate. And a lot of people take passionate people as people that like to argue and start fights, and it's not that way. I mean, a lot of times somebody would say, "Why are you yelling?" I'm like, "I'm not yelling. This is the way I talk."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Or they're perceived as hot-headed, or they could be
Yeah.
uncaring, or like they don't have feelings.
Feelings,
And
and
those
it's
are
not.
all preconceived things that we
I've said to her, I don't know how many times, stop yelling at me. She was trying to figure out, or she was trying to explain to me how to do that stupid watch party thing. And she gets, you're not listening to me. I said, stop yelling at me.
And I'm like, I'm
don't know
not
what
yelling
I
at
do.
you.
She kept saying, you're not listening. I'm like, stop
Hi,
yelling. It made me
Gladys.
more nervous.
How
Hi,
are you?
Gladys.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, it happens.
it made me more nervous.
Don't hold on to things. Just let it go. Go ahead. Sorry.
listen, ladies, I'm gonna let you go. I do have to go get a couple more buckets of
Yeah,
water.
I'm going to shut down. It's
Do you
been
get buckets of water?
we
It'll
don't
take me a
ever
good
go
part of the
live for this
afternoon.
long, Shauna. I
It
want
was
to thank you
great.
for coming up.
Yeah, Shauna, thank you. I'm so glad that you came in here and we got to talk.
I
But
mean, I'm not going to say this is the most interesting chat in the world, but I mean, I think we had a good chat today.
This
And
was a great chat, and it was because I got to see a lot of people that I don't see. I mean, I'm not on
yeah,
here much these days, so
no,
I
you're
don't
not.
see many people, but it was great to see everyone I hadn't seen, or people that you just kind of think about but don't think to reach out to. I saw so many awesome people today, so this was great, and I'm so glad that you guys did it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
so
welcome.
glad you came in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I am too. I'm glad to see you.
I love you today. Well, you know how I feel about you.
Love you
I'm
like
here even when you think I'm
a
not
cake.
sometimes. I just don't drop down because I don't want to say hello to
Yeah, I
everybody,
know.
but I do.
Oh,
I do listen
sure.
more often.
This is your
Sometimes you
home
just
room.
feel antisocial, and it's okay.
Yeah.
This is your home room.
Yes, it is my homeroom. That's right. And it
It
always
is.
will be.
Yeah.
It's a place that you can always come to and
Yeah.
feel welcome,
Thank
because
you.
we love everybody and we love you.
And I love
We
you
love
guys
you.
too. And you
We
have
love
my number now, so we can talk
Yes,
and
we
reach
will.
out.
Yes,
And
we will.
I do want to share something about what you're going through with you. So
Good.
so I can Carla already knows, but I can relate to what you went through.
Good.
And
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
here
we'll
for
start.
you.
Well, since you and figure skating coach over here have Sundays blocked, I got to pick a day.
Yeah, now I
Or
gotta cuss her out for the first half an hour of that conversation. So that'll go fine.
If more people did that, if you don't get along with someone, just block them. You probably wouldn't even know you're blocked unless someone, talks to you in the chat. Like I don't
Right.
really care.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Jonathan.
Sometimes I block people that I can't have a resolution with, and I just don't want to see them in chat because every time I do,
It's just irritating.
It brings up old bullshit that's not even relevant anymore.
Well, I don't know why too, and Gladys came and talked about it in here. Maybe you had to get it out,
It
but
bothers me when
I don't care.
When I'm blocked is if the conversation is interesting and I can't see certain people in that conversation. That's the only time it bothers me. But then I have an alt account, so I'll go on my alt account and just see what was said. So
yeah, and then
it's really dumb to block someone because everybody's got an alt account that they can go on. I don't talk on that account, never. So
I used to do that, but then I started telling myself that what people are talking about me doesn't matter, especially if I don't like
What did I always say? I just told it to Michelle. What people say about me, it's none of my business. I don't care.
Yeah, and especially if you have no respect for them. So if you have no respect for them and you want to know what they're saying, it really is like.
Then that's What do you care?
Well, I'm Nebby, so I get nosy, and I need to know what's going on.
No, I don't care because what I don't know is not going to bother me. So I don't care. Let them talk. It's words. I don't give a shit.
You're exactly right, Nanya. What other people think of you is none of your business. So
That's true. I just get nosy.
When I was a teenager, I read my friend's diary. Actually, I didn't know it was her diary. It was just a notebook. And I was going to get a piece of paper, and she had written something very private that I was not meant for my eyes, but I read it, and it was about me, and it broke
Ooh.
my heart. It had
Aw.
nothing, I had no business seeing it. I never mentioned it. I wished I had never seen it.
Right.
She's just
See?
being honest in how she felt about me, and
And she was saying it to herself. She
she
was
was saying,
getting
yes,
her
exactly. She
feelings
wasn't
out.
talking shit about me. She was just
Right.
letting it. I had no business seeing it. That taught me just what you said. That what other people think about me is none of my business. Even people that care about you, what they're thinking is none of your business. It's just
Mm-mm.
not.
It's
Because
not.
sometimes what we think, I mean, I think in my crazy little peanut head, I think a whole bunch of crazy shit that never sees the light of day, by voice, by talking, by typing. I'd be locked up if I expressed everything that I thought in my crazy head. Are you kidding me? So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
thoughts
I
are just
know.
that. They're just thoughts, they're just
Right.
something
So,
that you're going through at that moment.
and
Anyway,
that's why I say it's like it's not that important, you
yeah.
know?
No, nothing's that
If it's
important.
for you, if it is for you, they'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
If you're, yeah,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant for you.
yeah.
Right.
Anyways, I'm going to shut down
And
this.
so everybody
Thanks for
have
the
a
chat,
great
Michelle.
Over
Great
weekend.
3
talking to
hours,
you.
but
Yeah.
Shauna, I really appreciate you coming up.
I
Michelle,
do too, Shana. Michelle, you finally made it onto the panel, even though you didn't talk much, but it's okay. That's how you are. She doesn't talk much.
Next time we got to get Bailey's ass up here. Although,
Yeah, I'm going to give her the
one of these
challenge,
days,
Bailey.
yes.
She needs to come up here and start talking. I know
she has
she's
a
shy.
lot of phone issues, and I know that sometimes she has to. Her phone just stops in the middle of chats, and she's gone for a long period of time. I don't know what it's about. I don't
Right,
know. But maybe she's just busy
Like
in her
right.
life.
trips
But
me a lot. That's why I
And
stopped
hip,
in and out
right.
of chat.
Well, that's like me at night when I'm like, I can't go on a panel or something. It's because my husband's sleeping right next to me.
And she goes on, and that's what amazes me. I said, "You're going on," and he's laying right there.
On panels, and he's like flipped out on me. So I know better now. If I go on a panel, I yes,
yeah, it's also hard when you live with other people. Like sometimes, even if you're
Right.
in like another room, you don't want to like talk too loudly, or I don't know.
Or
It's
they
just
talk too loud, or they start coughing, and you're just
yeah,
like, Jesus, close the door.
yes, exactly.
Other reason why, because
Privacy isn't always accessible for people. We have to remember that.
Right.
that's true.
yeah, I have 3 kids. This is why I never make it up onto panels.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm glad you did today. All right, ladies.
All
Have a
right,
good
honey.
day. And thank you for this chat. And I love you
Love
guys.
you all.
Everybody,
Thank you for coming. Everyone have a great weekend, no matter what you're
yes,
doing,
it's the
even if
weekend.
you're just staying
So
at home
get
watching
out
a
there,
movie.
touch grass, and have fun.
Touch grass.
Ah.
Bye.
We're going to be looking at houses this weekend, so hopefully we'll find something.
I hope you do too.
So I love you guys for coming in.